Adwemena ewo studio sana no so abo pepepe eha eye Oyerepa 100.7 FM Oyerepa TV marasan so eye weekend edition of today's post ena yetansia yede ehonsem eba anopenko funkro sonsem ene afisem ena yakambo ma yede eba na watwenem nsem no bi honoma yentimi ntontwene ne nyina de beka ho na fe yede ho enkomo ene anopay enra games ne bi etimi toja Friday night football duels ebeba ene anopay tim nyina etimi atrase Mr. Eugene Edu Poku striker head of sports for Promise Media watrase enano pay ewo akonya kesirim boss player. Good morning. The BBI fine.
Baba, you so nyoma ye kama. Se bibia so ko so. Okay. All right, tinti enne eye meme da se baba isa di tu edwa no. Ya tena se ayede agudie mu nsem ebro ba bibia wo bia. O share on TV Oyerepa TV. On radio 100.7 Oyerepa radio. O comments bet me aba. Ewa bra ode efa Facebook Oyerepa radio. Ho ena bet me de wonsem ni nyina afa. Na no pay ibenya bre ene adaje na yetimi ebiebiem ede amount. Sa so ena XMX ene WhatsApp line no ye 0241 915555 0241 915555 ho nyina no ubetimi edo messages afa yebenya bre ene adaje na afi yetimi ebiebiem ede ama wo questions bia ubetimi ede aba anope a yebetimi akenkan ni nyina na afi yetimi yi nsem no ano eso ede ama yebesa do bibia se wa do afidi ato ase o kan ho afiri sa brain kopim se eye nondu bebo amakakra kan ho a yebesore so amadwumadi edi wo no so etimi abeto aso no agudie mu nsem ene de ba da mu nyina ase sports layer
boss
weekend games wo ho
games ho
enra menim so hwe Fulham ene bomb of game ni bia unya opportunity
to try the start of the game but on me no we share Antoine Semenyo the other take no far ball no tenten wa ho na o the koya the ball number 2 and the commentator was saying that this is Antoine Semenyo fi onya good season so man share game ni na bet the later part of the game in Abishay.
And no na enra abra game ne ba na wie no me yonku bi send me message from UK baba or say ojitumie say Antoine Semenyo the last 2 seasons e Premier League no one of the best players in the Premier League the last 2 seasons na very underrated say as omon sheda enfa Antoine Semenyo no ntonsani ani ensheda discuss ni ye enra wo hwe eye first goal a wo hwe ya be sure say player bia wagidin na wo hwe sa goal na ankenei be bia be fa wo social media bia ka goal no eda ho
yes
be bia ofa ball no o pushi ball no edi wura eye Fulham for box nim take you on the player wo hwe the angle our team ball no to neta baba say unye intelligent footballer emma wadwum kura say ube place ball no in between the legs of the goalkeeper nti abrante ani de Antoine Semenyo o sika de to player CBA next season de me sure say Semenyo be ko be 80-90 million pounds
so mbusa ne say clubs pen up move say op club de bia coach no to na nia benya gidie wo no mama na start game
they say bomb off.
Yeah, it's a bomb of and boss. Okas were underrated, no. I think that club now will see a camera, and see a factor. Since KB or bought Arsenal be, bought Manchester United, but bought Real Madrid be a. Sorry,
FM 100.7.
Semenyo obetia on your command obenya biabo. Obestati.
Man started crowd Bobby. Said they Rodrigo and started on Madrid, but Xavi Alonso man ebo bone be. But I think that's what Bobby.
Yeah.
Obetu
Rodrigo.
Say see idea the modern born of Rodrigo. Be on your bone.
Okay, yenko Premier League nim. Yempe teams as Semenyo ko obestati.
Or call Manchester United.
Obetu an.
Say I'm born one the left side.
Into obetu an.
Manchester United left side wing go there. Say you say to the big crowd or the obi be na Chiroma Patrick Dogu. Ko be a system na coach ne bono. in a beer unfit into the system. But so I'll come back for no so obo a forward as a winger. I think that obetimi abo. Ebia any system ni dia or Manchester United. Okay. Minyin Newcastle Gabriel Martinelli so far in the league were better chain and 27.
The best at Manchester.
Even
Arsenal
crown.
Best at Arsenal.
Boss, my only ability is a born about so a gentry. Level 1 to 27. Ability is the moment level 1 to 27 your mouth. Boss said an hour cano. Last season, the watching a crack a fino. Or to compare ability is a more. I think that hype no any ability is a no baby free no. And I'm a bonny deans. And yes, say talent and then the only new year of pitch no so there. What's the kakra? What's the sepa?
Is a man for you? Oh, so
my God says,
so we say Semenyo best at Manchester United.
This is Manchester United system. You're 3 back now, Bono. Any win back now, Obona. That's all quite chief for. Not so bad. Forward as a winger
from the left side.
From the left side, one come with team CCA. They were better.
Okay, Yemfa. Says also Obetu Martinelli. Based on the form, no one.
The form, no one.
Obetu Martinelli was now. Then says so when your position was now.
When your position was now.
And I say Manchester United so no. Say Manchester as a some game no.
Yes.
Na e contain a year wingers ankasa. Nti Yemfa say Manchester in the 4-3-3 system.
Obebo.
Na Manchester shift to 4-3-3 there. Na so ni kunya mo na e compete o.
Say kunya dey say that chess number 10 just Oyare na we put.
So mo shift to for a year 4-3-3. E che say eso mo do obi tise bia Kobimenu e be kan me for this no.
Yeah.
Nti e bia be me for 3 of Kobimenu, Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes.
Yes.
Na Mbuemo afa the right side. Sesku lead man.
That be Sesku. Or the Matheus Cunha no.
Sesku mo na mutin one na striker.
Matheus Cunha no. Or the Matheus Cunha. Or the Matheus Cunha. Be born as number 10. Na boss Semenyo wa no. It's so ebeye Brian Mbuemo, Matheus Cunha, Semenyo.
Abayisa.
Na Chelsea cry he will play because Chelsea are no. They say Alejandro Garnacho, Pedro Neto be operating from the right side, the left side. When position of Chelsea, he's a good player. And I make can we what I can't say be. We are say light round talk so. They are not edging. They been a friend of favor no. Also be any be. And yes, I boss. Players be Hawaii. It's almost
we Babaisa, the sports lawyer, and now or find the position at the amount to answer. Now Liverpool, Liverpool bed
team need here, but the Gakpo.
Now Semenyo to Gakpo.
I think 100.7
based on coach, you know, the person you answer Liverpool need here, but some money won the heading.
Now City. Derby, ultimate to Jeremy Doku.
Sir, Jeremy Doku in the Premier League boss take on Swahechubia. Or a fast chance to Semenyo.
Oh, yeah, sure.
America.
Aye.
Oh, him 2 chance to Semenyo.
Hey, Baba, you.
Oh, boss. If you are physique in India, Semenyo will be a channel. But it take on even the Premier League boss is here. Open winger what take on players by or no. I feel City team no boss say you know. A bit my adjuswa. This or no nafa amfa won head on City team.
Solomon Carter semi fan to on say Semenyo will bench Vinicius and Mastantuano.
Tell on idea we are okay there. We are any on the Mastantuano more position. On the Mastantuano.
Na Vinicius
on to Vinicius. Into boss Vinicius no. No Ukrainian can edube the ball no since went me win the Ballon d'Or no. I off and on kakra. But on a good day, Vinicius, on fire.
Okay, Baba Isa, and no, and our baby diamant to Semenyo. Me, I'm a baby diamano. Why? Now, my baby Antoine Semenyo between me. Games I hold Basu over the weekend. A year Europe. Now, Ura Premier League, now big game over the weekend.
Premier League.
Then Liverpool Chelsea. Liverpool Chelsea. And a year the big game over the weekend.
And then the 4:30 game no and I know what
okay.
Chelsea Liverpool
okay
Manchester Sunderland
and also a big game.
No, so
Manchester for na mana.
Sunderland Dini di Abeka.
And I were London derby.
Yes, London.
Arsenal and West Ham and also
West Ham so they must sound.
Yeah.
No Espirito Santo ko. Minim di oria.
Ura Spanish La Liga and also Real Madrid elbow against Villarreal over the weekend and so onsem ewa ha sports lawyer Babaisa Ede Ebetuja German Bundesliga Eintracht Frankfurt omo tenefie na fe omo ene Bayern Munich so Ede esi an Italian Serie A big game over the weekend ebeko so ewo Turin eho na Juventus betenefie no many AC Milan ede SCNE other leagues ehun sensem nyina no sports lawyer Babaisa aboabo no de eba yewiama no ne afie bebe fie ne abehwe nsema hodo wo fie Ghana Premier League week 4 there games eba so over the weekend enra odo ani ekire Bechem United ne Hazel Folk edisi ani obi antimi anhye ne yonko enne matches eba so no Swordro All Blacks ewo Swordro mani Gold Stars edi ACNE 11 Wonders omani Young Apostles so edi bebo ani dendenden ochina Ghana Premier League nam se match kese pe wo ho no Asante Kotoko ene Heart of Lions ewo Babaya Sports Stadium nyame ya dum ochina Brekum Chelsea ene Baseke Holy Stars ewo Brekum Golden City Park Samates ewo Nsenche Sports Arena omani Adriana edi ACN Mediama ewo TNA Park ana TNA Stadium omani Nations FC bebo Dreams FC omuso ewo Tema Newtown omani Vision FC bebo na Hoho United omuso ene Karela so edibesi anyway games baso over the weekend ewo Ghana Premier League ni nyina no abedwafo ba betena se na fe yetimi apensem mu ede ama ene obeti Zakito nkase Obed ena afi bafo wa Dangerman ena captain siasia omunyina ba beka dwumadi no ho na afi yetimi ede Abramo said me kan no fa messages bra efa nkomo ayebedi ewo dwumadi su no fafa 0241 915555 0241 915555 odo messages for her you be kind and pay ewo dwumadi no so ede amount weekend edition of today's sports ashase sports lawyer Babaisa ene di ewura enkofo nkos nemom ye bom nkaye ebo mamane se Babaisa the sports lawyer nei fifth Fraudlight Media Excellence Award the 2025 edition sports lawyer Babaisa ya nominating no as foreign sports presenter of the year yi Babaisa na ekwan abefa so asupport Babaisa na watu aba ede ama no ene ede atu omawie voting oh ana baba mo mama ni voting no ba awie enra 11:59 oh baba be positive enra 11:49 na hu se nyome ekoso na migina so hwede ekoso but bibia mu da ho bibia mu ba bi ogina amanfo ya bibia mu ba bi ogina ene wo gina he na ye o fo ma na me hwe bi o ma ya fi ho say about 12 na no cruise ya no but na me gina ya be no be announcement no 11th that Saturday na we say na okay e wo Ken West okay ene be kwakota wachi ye be she bronya atare na ya kwota wachi why ama bibia atimi akoso kama ese wofa why adwuma why ese wofa okay obidi abase Semenyo Antoine Semenyo be benchi eye Kudigapo ewo eye Liverpool no de basa ase Manchester for na so omubu ofu ewo nsema akan no ti is omo de back left right center omo say the current Semenyo e Vinicius better bench enyehwe ujitum you know it depends on the coach what he want to do say eduba bi otum bench no Emma Rodrigo so depends on the coach the person here about Mr. Mekwa so we dem 1 minute Blast us also the 0.7 who experience pa minim say performance in different players there na Ghana your league you see a free player there how much me that one I'm say this is performance there why offer Prince Ousumesi Oja Abet Amwa the performance of Prince Ousumesi about 4 matches in our league why I say I should go say that the na we ya na me ya na monya problem okay titi pa Abet Amwa sorry obetime deserve call am but me problem wanna say the moment and able player pemusu she go say o ya asese
boss
titi baba nyabote nyabote pa nyabotre bono unze yesi team bia o scout and omo yo mu data analysis omo hwe statistics we nyina awia no ma send as small scouts ekotena stadium na go play na didn't no man ekotena stadium we play no I didn't know clubs near sir.
Want to see player and said you sit here.
Aha, nti ekire say statistics ne nko ano enkire say player no born wo nimbo. Ti no mo hwe ni nyina wi a Ghana Premier League eboyi. Say team bi wa mono ne ehu player bi pe. Omo de ni data o she go say no wa. Omo wi ombe say twa take it for plane. Aba Ghana. Aba hwe player no. Say ye take it come ombe pe video akohwe no. No ma we say the player ne born is here. So tell me chana say the person me chene say abet amoa e deserve call pa yenya abet amoa de na fa prince one no so de to nchen
but abet amoa last season kwa
Oyerepa FM
CAF Confederation Cup na ye
100.7
but 2 goals in the CAF Confederation Cup we no fiwa for 10 years na kotoko nko brekum Golden City Park enkonko rene ho Okoko Makotoko Rene. Performance last season plus this season. We need the entire auto San Free players. Now so be local player. Unfair Albert Amwa. Because Mrofi afro, Mambobo wa mononya afro anymore be too bebre anymore. Anymore bebre more.
It's yenhwe mo anymore. For Blasters list no for me. Na me hwe.
Boss.
O list no.
Me need list no. But ebi mudi o metrim. Enyaki Williams. The man a chance we Blasters no more. Boss, the man Iñaki Williams chance where Blasters.
It's the end drop
chance boss chance be BM ne pese de ma Iñaki Williams a. E kire se obetwan boy Blasters.
It's the end drop no. Na yemfa ayimra. Abetamoa.
Yes, man chance ne bi ne so betwan ba.
Yen drop Iñaki. Yemfa Abetamoa.
Blasters, wa se wan go. Wa ba Blasters ne no. Obo wan go. Boss so the players ni. O share forward now.
Forward no. Abdul Fattah Ishaku, Joseph Pinto, Christopher Bonsuba, Kamaldeen Sulemana, Jordan Ayew, Inaki Williams, and Antoine Semenyo. 1, 2, yenyi Abdul Fattah Ishaku, Joseph Pinto, and Kamaldeen Sulemana, the yenyo musinchen. Nzomudomu ye natural wingers.
Yes.
Nti hode amo asem ne nko ho.
Yes.
Na yenhwe Christopher Bonsuba
obeturu.
Jordan Ayew.
Ade na wae.
Inaki na Antoine Semenyo.
O hwe unim Christopher Bonsuba.
Baba isa hwa na enye program. Ha na enye program. Ha ba na enye program. Same ebi a otine ho to be. Aba yenhwe program yenhwe omomoyi. Iti hwan na ogitumi ese ka wotuadu dini sinchen. Na oma abetamu abesho Christopher Bonsuba.
Yes.
Afu se ne die. Abetamu amade bono woso.
Christopher Bonsuba.
I say kid ne besho.
Ebia Christopher Bonsuba o agase wa nka afre no.
Eyi wo ha abetamu wo ha.
Abetamu wo ha ebia nka afre no.
Se ho no susu ye nko ho kwa.
Boss unim. What the game ye chache say Ghana League no. Ye see e pese ye ya. Ofre obi to Blasters. It doesn't mean no Constantino. So ofre obi your local league no. Menyi ni say midfielder ya afreni Prince Owusu of Midema okwa start Prince Owusu onto Mohammed Kudus onto Kwesisibo onto Thomas Partey onto Elijah Owusu your midfielders wo Ghana ha on outside Ghana e be a better time Prince Owusu by am from by friend Prince Owusu so in our league you see a Ghana league you know see e hwe ni yie na be ko yie na pese e Premier League no ma minim why we don't call our best players in the league into the Blasters.
Sports lawyer Baba Isa eno enti odie rama no ne na ensem ewa ma no nyina no sports lawyer e de guo e de amaye owia e be ko kanjinfo aso ene no akodi nkomo ansa ne aba na ya be bibia ma no nsem na de ne mu aberafie na ya be hwe ensem ahodo enu so wofie. Weekend edition of today's sports eguso ekoso. Baba yenko
enti anopai the boss player Ebie Kwanum live on Oyerepa TV, live on Oyerepa 100.7 FM anopay emera sanso ye konko fonkro so na ensemwa edi adencheche ensemwa anopay ebumpa onko fonkro so ya de honsem ato anim ensem no doso ene anopay nebom de disafata se uche na uche ena yede esumo ene anopay on Oyerepa TV anopay deteni show me live ewo Oyerepa radio Oyerepa TV Oyerepa sports on TikTok Oyerepa sports on Facebook ehonyina ye social community no ewo se uka ho na anopay ye dwumaje nyina ebum now yɛhwɛ major European leagues no matches out ebetodwa over the weekend French League 1 say enram esi ekoye match day 7 Paris FC ene Lorraine amuchomom eboma eka mienu a Lorraine antimi ante Jean Philippe Crasso enya go ena Elan Keba onunso enya go ade ema Paris FC nyankopon bo a ene matches ewo say ena French League 1 matches ebetodwam enenom esi etie Met abetra fie na oni Olympique de Marseille ade abani 3 p.m. na Brest ebebo Nantes 5 p.m. na Auxerre and Lens at the abosom 7-5 p.m. way ene matches Ochenam Olympic Lyon and it Toulouse 1 p.m. our Groupama Stadium Lyon Cromwell and a match na Etoga AS Monaco and it Nice bomb 3:15 p.m. our Stade Louis Day Monaco Cromwell Le Havre AC abetanfie na on Stade Rennais at the aboso 3:15 p.m. Strasbourg and Angers bomb 3:15 p.m. Now for Lille at 6:45 p.m. Our Decathlon Arena on it Paris Saint-Germain and at the Airbuenia and pay you don't some at 2 after match at day 6 say and a table see at Paris Saint-Germain LED with 15 points Olympic Lyon our 15 points Olympique de Marseille at also Miensam with 12 points Monaco at also a 9 one more 12 points Strasbourg at also enum amo 12 points Lille at also Enciam one more 10 points Lens at also and so with 10 points and pay ya don some at 2 anim our Juma Genoso Castellello on our Brest 3 goals 2 assists and when in the league afe Keba on our Paris FC Enra Oshogo not before Enra was 3 goals into Babenya 4 goals Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang our Olympique de Marseille 3 goals and Bacola our Paris Saint-Germain was 3 goals and Sumanin 40 I'm happy for him Monaco was 3 goals in the Liga yadahun some atu anim and na anope yaba Germany now fe yatram match day 6 of the Bundesliga enra ena eshasia na Hoffenheim enra at the film our Prisoro Arena Emma FC Cologne ekoshen ekaba kwa when timi anti side Mala ena enya the only goal in the game Emma FC Cologne and then Memenda ewo Bay Arena Leverkusen Como Bayer 04 Leverkusen and the Union Berlin bomb 1:30 p.m. Borussia Dortmund and the RB Leipzig 1:30 p.m. Our Signal and Iduna Park and what team Augsburg better film now on Wolfsburg at the Abosom 1:30 p.m. Our WWK Arena now for Werder Bremen and St. Pauli at the Abosom and Frankfurt and Bayern Munich at the Berlin at 4:30 p.m. Now Ottenham Yebanya Stuttgart on a head to him at the Berlin our MHP Arena now for Hamburg SV and Mainz 5 at the Abosom Borussia Mönchengladbach and Freiburg at the Aboso Ottenham at 5:30 p.m. and Samachnum ultimate atofim say and a table see after match at day 5 Bayern Munich and a early team with 15 points Dortmund Tosum Yonum 13 points RB Leipzig at also Miensam at 12 12 points. Entron Frankfurt etoso enai wamu 9 points. Stuttgart etoso enum amu 9 points. Bayer 04 Leverkusen etoso ensia 8 points. Now for top scorers no Hurricane ewo Bayern Munich 10 goals and in some ultimate aka and play yere two anim se Sehu Girassi ewo Dortmund onom ashe 4 goals Serge Gnabry ashe 3 goals Michael Olise of Bayern Munich and so ashe 3 goals yetini na atu anim ene anopay yanko Serie A no match day 6 now for yanto so enfio Heras Verona enra etifiem ama Sassuolo economy na kabako wentimi ante and drop in a monty and enya the only goal 71st minute and it was Stadio Marc Antonio Bentingodi at the Emma Sassuolo team nom Nyankopon Boa and Lazio and Torino at the Albani 1 p.m. I was Stadio Olimpico now for Parma and Lecce Abom Ewo Ennio Tardini Parma Cromom Inter Milan and Cremonese at 4 p.m. I was Stadio Giuseppe Maenza Atlanta and Como 6:45 na Nyankopon Boa Otram Etwaso Udine and Cagliari and the Eboso at 10:30 a.m. Our Blue Energy Stadium now for Bologna and Pesa at the Abosom 1 p.m. Our Renato Diarra now Fiorentina and AS Roma 1 p.m. Etnam our Artemio Franchi na Napoli and Genoa at 4 p.m. Nyankopon Boa Otram our Stadio Diego Armando Maradona Stadium Juventus and AC Milan at 6:45 p.m. Our Allianz Stadium Torino Como and a game nom ebetimi atofem say and a table nom AC etie our Serie A nom after match day 5 AC Milan early team with 12 points Napoli atoso myenum with 12 points AS Roma atoso miensam with 12 points Juventus atoso 11 points Inter Milan atoso enum amu 9 points Atlanta atoso ensiam wama awo 9 points Cremonese atoso enso amu 9 points Como atoso enwatwem amu 8 points Bologna atoso enkrom 7 points and a Cagliari atoso edu amu 7 points Christian Pulisic awo AC Milan with 4 goals Nico Pass awo Como 3 goals and one share Marcos Thuram esi akai Emma Inter Milan 3 goals Kevin De Bruyne Napoli 3 goals and afe Ossolini awo Bologna 3 goals and an some etime aka in the Liga yada won some atu anim anopay now yanko the Spanish Primera Division Santander a match day 8 results and fixes over the weekend enra yenya Osasuna otina fiem awo El Sada Pamplona Oshomyonum ama Hetafe at the Ekanumbaco Boja Mayora and the only goal at the Emma Hetafe team no as consolation Alejandro Catena and Obel Bretons and also the second goal Emma Osasuna Re Oviedo and Lavente at the Eboso 12 noon a Carlos Tardini and a game nom Eto Girona and Valencia at 2:15 p.m. na Obenya Athletic Club Bilbao on Mallorca at the Eboso 4:30 p.m. now for Real Madrid and Villarreal at the Eboso 7 p.m. and Mrei Otnam Deportivo Alaves and Eche Ebom Ewa Mendozorosa Sevilla and Barca at 2:15 p.m. Ewa Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Espanyol and Red Betis at RCDE Stadium na Yanya Risu Sadada and Rayo Vallecano at the Eboso 4:30 na Celta Vigo and Atletico de Madrid and Surebani Nyankopon Boa Watnam way and Matisa Etodram our La Liga match day 8 say and a table room at tier after match day 7 Barcelona and a LED with 19 points Real Madrid atoso mienum with 18 points Villarreal atoso miensam 16 points Eche atoso 13 points Atletico de Madrid atoso enum 12 points Real Betis atoso ensia 12 points Espanyol atoso ensom 12 points ehonsem enonom Mr. Kylian Mbappe Lotin Madrid 8 goals and was Julian Alvarez Atletico de Madrid 6 goals and in some etim aka Robert Lewandowski Barca was 4 goals into Pichichi and on play ya don some ejawo on Oyerepa TV on Oyerepa 100.7 FM show near live our Facebook pages and also Oyerepa Radio Oyerepa TV on Facebook Oyerepa Radio Oyerepa TV on Facebook now. English Premier League, your match day 7. Now say and results and fixtures no etia AFC Bournemouth etipia enra eshe miensam I'm a Fulham at a Kermo Bacon, our Vitality Stadium, Justin Clivet, a go back home, and Antoine Semenyon, and now 2 goals, 78-90 plus 6, and a day, the third goal, et me at 2 so ran Sessignon, and a consolation, Emma Fulham, and then your Leeds United on a Tottenham Spurs, Ebo, and 11:30 a.m. yeah, and a game no. Total our Elland Road so Arsenal and West Ham United at 2 p.m. Our MS Stadium London Cromwell now for Manchester United and Sunderland about 2 p.m. Old Trafford Chelsea and Liverpool 4:30 our Stamford Bridge so Nyankupo Wachina games no abeto so our English Premier League na Aston Villa and Burnley and ebo 1 p.m. our Villa Park now for Everton at Rafie na on Crystal Palace at the Abeni our Hill Dixon Stadium Newcastle United and Nottingham Forest 1 p.m. our St James's Park Overhampton Wanderers and Brighton 1 p.m. our Molineux Stadium Brentford and Manchester City at 3 p.m. our G-Tech Community Stadium home and a game nom ebetime atodwa pay ya don sam atu anim say and a table nom esi etie na yebehwe Liverpool after 6 matches with 15 points Arsenal etoso mienum 13 points Crystal Palace etoso miensam womum our 12 points Tottenham Spurs etoso 9 womwa 11 points Sunderland etoso enum 11 points Enra Bournemouth about a match day 7 Orenie into about 14 points Man City etoso and Som with 10 points Chelsea and Watchy with 8 points Everton and Crow with 8 points Brighton etoso Edum with 8 points say and a top scorers nom etie our English Premier League nom Ellen Haaland our Man City 8 goals and 20 Semenyon our Bournemouth 4 goals na Oko Antonio Suya onom ewo Burnley ono atime ase 4 goals and play Hugo Ekitike of Liverpool 3 goals and otimi asha yatonsem atu anim and anopay on Oyerepa TV on Oyerepa 100.7 FM egusua yate weekend edition of today's post emma anopay show near live on your TV Oyerepa TV show near live on Facebook Oyerepa TV Oyerepa Radio on Facebook Oyerepa TV Oyerepa Radio on Facebook beto so efi Spain na ukom September mwa go Saudwa Madrid eseye in the month of September and pay ya kanina abom and mete Emma war was screens no so in the month of September goes Real Madrid eseye and I'll pay a dash screens no so uchebienom na unim say month of September play born more day Madrid Mr. Kylian Mbappe Lotin ninginamom edaso na Real Madrid head coach Chabi Alonso and a day atudwa say dati wo ho ade ema Hendrik Ayobia say ojan goal post nanimua masa oye natural top scorer say bia say onyina panim no for bon totranom wensua nyame de cheno enti ayen kakran afei na ofi injury eba nti obenya chance in the team yes bia player no na uko Alejandro Garnacho na suya abusuam the meeting yes Spanish clubs maybe before they move to Chelsea. Now Amania bread namely Sevilla Estadio Ramon Sanchez Pezwan Mrantenom. Now Amuye Jombe Bia say Alejandro Ganacho Ambefanum Amanabesia Kai Amatimna Alex Agrimado and also a player Emma Leverkusen or say Chapi Alonso the right man to lead Madrid team nom Chapi Alonso be officer and Yama P and a Chapi Alonso ama Madrid say ya and a Eshasia Emra Eshasia with Madrid na Amanfoni believe bank cranka hope na ebam into Omunya Botem Emma coach nom Chapi Alonso at the Atuja Sasha Federico Valverde on can bebia da sebia Federico Valverde me persemebo as fullback me persemebo game osia ko danen can be bia and fanche on coach Chapi Alonso problem bia ni ho between on him Federico Valverde na Valverde no wabo games pa into break a settle in 331 matches 32 goals for Madrid. Now a fee under Chapi Alonso Niaman head on fire and for Emanum all 7 La Liga games was 36 of the games you don't some Emma Wom now Uko Jude Bellingham Australia and on it Madrid team nina etim a training now super training grounds inti and play Yabacham and Yama or training ground store Egusua de Spanish stories nom to an and on pay one Laporta Obekaya and Ram today's sports me confirm here I'm a super league a percent or channel at the everyone at there I say UEFA forum the disafata Niama I was say amuye sika I was say clubs and second they say I'm a be a Champions League I'm say na officially Barca and I say one Laporta at Chomo at the Super League Lamin Yama and run Mera Nahun Bre and I buy a Mera Luis de la Fuente at Torrensa Ferrensa in October international break Amram Amaya Jumam Emma the Spanish national team Menoka say why drawn from the squad after sir Barca at this statement ever on Friday. Sir Nintohasiani ya Masa Sabi Shasiwaka Kranum Yao Tipens Pa a pens a fee wa comperiate and the ontimim and more over the weekend against Sevilla and on fee ontimim come and Kosia Kai Emma the Spanish national team and in Saba if you were ever Henrik Larsen Aka Acha Barca form Openia, Mekanasami, the Celtic legend. Joining the Catalans in 2020 as part of Ronald Koeman, the coaching staff, our company. Now I say, I know they're all Kenya, and Sir Alexander Isak, Sir Robert Lewandowski, anyone, Barca from Breaking Bank. Now I'm on confirm. Alexander Isak, Sawa Lamin Yama, or Rafinha, or Pedri Moa, Umbetima Aya Juano, Finfi officer, Uhia, Obia, or the presence in the boss, Obetim the ball, Atutuntam, and Ian Sama, Henrik Larsen, at the Atutam, and Na Anopay, Na Chapi Alonso, out of Sevilla Gamer, Etuta over the weekend, press conference, and I say Lamin Yama. Deserve sa awene Ballon d'Or a Koyama Usman Dembele no officer in 2024-2025 Juma Lami Yama Eboynom anane deserve sa di Ballon d'Or in some etim eka Rafinha and a Fermin Lopez amuya back against Girona on betim Esiakai after international break na Luis de la Fuente I say onyam from Zobia Lamin Yamanum a player Emma the Spanish national team na ne squad no okaho na say obia ho ba adwuma oye enti se otune some players na afenu a nyanwanwa se na no o se Lamine Yamal ejema obo Champions League ama Barcelona enti onyam from so bia se otune some eti afenum Athletic Club Bilbao ebe ho team the special pre-match ceremony. Omu show solidarity to Palestine. Ninginama anisa La Liga. Omu ya again. Omu bo eti etia Mayoka. Ombe Sadianum eti ama womum ehunsema ya confirm amono pay anonom Atletico de Madrid nim sa amane Inter Milan ebebom in the coming days ewo Libya enom eye de mete Benghazi Stadium and a game nom ebetime atoja financial support for participating and a man so date very soon and yen sabam if you are etoja ewo Jumadero so Luis de la Fuente edenti and atonsa efra Atletico de Madrid 2 players Elorente and afe Pablo Barrios and on say empremplay okay Juma 2 players no ebo ema Atletico de Madrid omu deserve say omunya call up into the national team and pay ya confirming na ama wo on Oyerepa TV on Oyerepa 100.7 FM on Facebook Oyerepa TV Oyerepa Radio yaba Italy na fe ya din come ewo Italy and na anopay make okay from Turam na so ye na Demeter Chesa Juventus midfielder Kefron Turam o training and ram na onunkwa ena etimi atwani ye omutwanim sa obey fully fit na fe against Milan watimi asiakan ede amatim no ego tudo ede atujo say our plan sa stop Luka Modric this weekend osisa ocha AC Milan team na akwa form bet plus mienu ejanentai na o man kwan ema Luka Modric jibo no na sa o say on cheba bia was a game no kwa wasumbe shinti Juve against AC Milan wa finding ways stop Luka Modric in the game Christian Chivu Inter Milan coach or say Marcus Thuram ni injury and serious beer said the man for them say better fie ultimate second prayer and a Christian Chibu Inter Milan coach the tuja say ne boy no Marcus Thuram pra and serious beer sa na uko Inter any AC Milan so ya madika be kan fia ama say AC Milan and afa Inter Milan omo closer Sam Mbetime ato San Siro Stadium a project after Milan City Council no voted in favor say umbeto the stadium to the 2 clubs Jamete said it is in final stages say umbetime awie na umbetue sikanum at the City Council now for San Siro about 2 clubs ne dia and pay ya don some to anim ewo Jumadje no so na Gianpiero Gasperini ano manager AS Roma or say and yet likely say Paulo Dybala over the weekend obetwesi akai ama AS Roma and no Jean Piero Gasperini Nisma ati atujam and ne anopay latest news our Juventus and say Brahma and afe Turam yina ready sa ambe face Milan and Jonathan David obeko bench Dusan Vlahovic likely sa abestate now fe uko konsesawa so ya also abestate ochna and no latest news our Juventus and medi atuanim and anopay Joshua Zexi a player Emma Manchester United na Demeti anopay say Joshua Zexino masa and your Italian clubs prepare Emma edina to the letters and say Juventus aye dombe bia San Campo January Manchester United betiasia boy nemram Emma Juma Emma team na anopay ya confirming salsabrina Emma wom Jumadje so Oyerepa 100.7 FM Oyerepa TV Oyerepa Efinyame on Facebook Oyerepa Radio Oyerepa TV on Facebook Yamra England now fe yenin kobom England and pay on himself Liverpool and Chelsea ebo weekend English Premier League na Enzo Maresca I confirm the injury update our camp or say about 9 players intimate and more game no be Livico and anterior cruciate ligament injury Kopama a groin after Liam Delap a thigh injury Torsen Adabriayo a calf Wesley Fofana onye available Chavo Taloba a suspension Andre Santos a mozo and after Dario Sugo ono a tie Mihailo Mudrik de young name the suspension ya jate na a likely say Robert Sanchez about start again James Badiasho a tampon Kukulea Moises Cancedo Fernandez William Estevao Buonanotte Neto NFA Ukomwa almost started at the team number pay yet a Samina L2 and maybe Nema manager L training grounds before gamer about weekend at the Brighton team and the Enzo Maresca and the manager Nema L training grounds a B and a desk screen so yet Emma Wokoti Gakpo or a player Emma Liverpool or say Ukraine toughest defender I was here I was not better but since Osia Kai I Thiago Silva former player at the Emma Chelsea no or say on any share or must name a corner hono at just Thiago Silva on your player Ketua now I say football and me say a lot the likes of Thiago Silva monom say amuja game more and Emma P and amute Emma War Chelsea boss Enzo Maresca I say on the weaknesses Liverpool team num na I believe sir Liverpool weaknesses num or be adwuma over the weekend a gamer or come obia etime atese a bit difficult na mum I was Stamford Bridge num on be dwombe bia say Chelsea e betime adin community Chelsea Liverpool I was Stamford Bridge over the weekend na and slot at the warning ama ni players na say omunim no man deity Chelsea team say oh Chelsea we there say Chelsea yeah Chelsea team ya say do now so ose so mo yesa Chelsea betimi apart show mo Chelsea our individual players bia say odi agba on betimi apart show 50% of goals no from set pieces until some very careful any race James Okojanwa obetimi dey Tottenham na Premier League legend Alan Shearer and to just Enzo Maresca. He will be under big pressure. So lose to Liverpool. Massa pressure beko Enzo Maresca sono enya pressure ketwa enti dia okacha Enzo Maresca nese eni magic na e wo FIFA Club World Cup mu editia the likes of Paris Saint-Germain no onyem emfantia Liverpool anyasa pressure pa ena ebeko so na Hugo Ekitike Federico Chiesa Alexander Isak of Liverpool omina trainee enra with Liverpool team no enti yebehwe enema and slot ene na mrantenom ewo honomom na brother show ena Enzo Maresca ati atutwa say oye happy say waba back na obebuam pa nema pi ena ode adama Chelsea team nom owieye ena se Liverpool kuta squad masa so dia gra ombetima titi team nom na ame boys no enim enti ama prepare ye for Liverpool game na and slot or say ono de onimsa Premier League no ye ni club ketua bia e wo Premier League no say club we de osua bebia timi see in the Premier League nti said the abebom eti any other team their preparation sa and why for Chelsea game no and slot emra or your press conference against Chelsea and in some way and on the two.
Alisson is not part of the squad tomorrow, and he's not going to travel to Brazil as well for the national team. So he will be out for Saturday. Hugo is going to train today again, and let's see where he is. And the same can be said for Federico. So we have to wait and see after the session where he exactly are. Yeah, that depends also on how fast a recovery goes. So it's clear that he's not. Saturday it's clear that he's not going to play for Brazil, and I would be surprised if he would be there in the first game after the international break. But from there on, sometimes things can go a bit faster or a bit slower. So it's always difficult to say the amount of days and weeks weeks, but for the upcoming games he will not be part of us or the Brazil team. I think we've seen against Southampton how well he's adjusted. We knew that we were bringing in a very good goalkeeper, but when he plays his first game, that's always the best way of seeing that he's adjusted well or not. And I think we've seen in that game that he's adjusted really well to our club, which is not a surprise because he's a quality goalkeeper. And now he can do what we've had to do so many times in the past, replacing Alisson, hopefully, like we've did so many times before. He's not a doctor, so I cannot tell you if it's every time the same or whatever. What I'm mainly interested in is, can he play in the weekend and how long is it going to take? And I think there are other people in the club that can give you a better answer to your question than I can. If the reaction is after you lose against Palace, you lose another game, you can argue if that is positive. But I saw a team that wanted to try from the first to the last second everything to get a result. Different than to the Palace game.
Enzo Maresca, manager, Emma Chelsea, and also Kasaye ahead of the game, or Tachi, players are making a prasadi oko game num Enzo Maresca.
I think we start very, very well in terms of results and performance. The first 4 or 5 games, and then probably the rest of the game. We didn't the points that we want for sure, but we already analyzed the reason why. Again, I think most of the game where we didn't get the points is because they were game very complicated for us in terms of, again, unfortunately, red card. But no doubt that also the injury situation in this moment. I think 8 players out. So it's a mix of combination, but we don't have any doubt that slowly we're gonna be again where we need to be. You have to analyze case for case. When it's a red card for bad intention or for bad discipline, it's different compared to Man United red card or Brighton red card. In that case, it's just the decision that you have to take in 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Do I do foul or not? It's difficult. So we analyze case for case. Again, I don't see any discipline problem, even if we consider, I think, 3-4 red card. That is not something normal. But again, it's for different reason. But I think it's a fact that I really trust the young players. Not just the young players that we buy, also the young players from the academy. Again, we give games last year to Josh Achipong, having players on the bench, senior players, so that shows that I trust young players. The same thing happened with Thai. I really trust all the players we have. As you said, in this moment we have, I think, 4 or 5 defenders out. We're going to try to adapt and find the right solution for tomorrow game.
Ano ensema efi Enzo Maresca suye etodwa ewo dwumade no so ene anopay now maminko Manchester United asuye de tienie Manchester United Amad Diallo and Afe Casemiro, and we are available for selection against Sunderland na de tienie enona Ruben Amorim edi etodwa se Benjamin Sesko Okamo Biate se abefa goals no abeba Benjamin Sesko ebekoye at the amana is part of football. English Premier League adaptation and kakranka very soon. Ebe say Benjamin Sesko ebo goals ama Manchester United promising at the atujwa se Oliver Glasner. Okamo Biate mo bian compare Manchester United and Pam Ruben Amorim and Kofa Oliver Glasner. Emra was some mistakes way and along the way Manchester United or manager bi on deserve so coach club no makofanaba and Oliver Glasner sembia omunya wo Emma Ruben Amorim niambeko ye at the ama club former Manchester United winger Anthony at the atujwa in Ukraine ewo niste ewo England de also 5 pa osidu ba bi ne yire ka che ne se na England nkwa ne baba na yankwai enti the decision say obey adwuma away from the Premier League na wife ekahombi and ya Anthony Ninsema odi atudwa anopay Napoli say nanu ya ena Rasmus Højlund ye be fa no na yɛbɛfa Rasmus Højlund no ɛne ɔbɔ goals ɛma club no nti yɛnsan ɛmmra biem na yɛbɛtry general transfer window obi mpa na obi pɛ Kobe Manu no yɛhia no ɛwɔ Stadio Diego Armando Maradona Stadium enti momfa Kobe Manu ma yɛn na ɔmɛyɛ adwuma ɛma club no. Ruben Amorim or say the way we concede goals has nothing to do with the system. Man for me system me treba kana me bonum ekahubi and a club no e concede goals I don't know so the system now obono enya no and Manchester United e concede goals. Ruben Amorim ahead of Sunderland and Zampi and what it took and 70
crazy world that we are living in the moment. A lot of these things is happening. Of course, our sympathy for the victims. We will pay tribute tomorrow, but it's a crazy world in this moment. And it's going to be a really tough match. They are doing really well, and then when you see the games, they draw with less one player in the final of the game. They draw 1 point, and then they win in the final play against Brentford, more 3 points. And I think the details are changing a lot the table, so we need to pay attention to that. So it's a team that plays really well. It's a clear system, the 4-3-3 with a lot of rotations on the side of the pitch. They are confident and they know that we are going to be under pressure, and we need to be able to play with that, and we are prepared for a tough match. It's the way. It's not just the table and all the results. That's also in the end is that what matters the most, but it's the way they play. They have a clear identity, and it's a very good manager and a very good team. Yeah, we already talk about that. We had some moments, and if you see during these 6 games during this season, we are not always the same team in small things, more in the way we play, all the effort that we put, the maximum effort in every single thing. I think is not.
Eno ayen sama ruanom edi etuja Mikel Arteta ose sɛ ɔmoyɛ Arsenal good football ɔmangye trophy a ɔmongye hwee ɔmo hopi sɛ ɔmbɛgye trophies afi wɔsɛ even with our win rate we still haven't won a major trophies yɛntie Mikel Arteta.
Yeah, it's about generating momentum, and there are periods in the season that they are capital, and tomorrow's game is a really important one for us, and that's why from the beginning we need to generate that, the stadium as well, and go for it, because after we have 2 weeks break with the international week.
And your 300th game?
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
58% win rate. You're the GOAT of Arsenal managers. How proud are you?
Continue to go. The only thing that matters.
Germany no Dino Top Muller or your coach Emma Frankfurt or say Yansam be himself okobo gamer or say Hurricane Kwana Costopino. No Kwana Bobo Emma Bayern Munich animono obia timishe into or prepare for beer and no a Dino Top Muller. Nensama or the Etuja and no pay boss. Alfonso Davis and Hiroki and Ra Trini Trini with the squad. And also you jano pay na yedin ko phone close on 7 na SC almost PSG players na and you call up into the national team almost amunina echo national assignment. The boss there see na show no etimi atwaso.
Okay, Baba Isa the sports lawyer beda say odi awuran ko phone close ade amanone ensem no abreye. Ebradu de ekọ kanjen for asoye na ye ne kanjen for akodi nkomo ene anopa simedu edi animi ye ne kanjen for akodi nkomo eye nsu a nei obia nipadodo na agye atum eye kanjen mineral water enti manopa me hu se opanyina bibia boko de
Patching Akupa,
and your my coso come there.
Cosupa
Jacket, easy. Would the wedding be any man as a 1 hour wedding? Was this a jacket to Russia? One fan could preach here as all the co wedding. Can any jacket in a war so no? Said the upper Chibako, Mr. Yeboa. And at the upper chim, you know, Mr. Usu. I say, my ya, person you say in every system. I'm what the mamma starba. say asofo for no maba no mo jacket na hye wo no what preach you asori dem da no kan em afo no asofo for na em afo jacket na wa hye why
pastor me da say
kama pa fata so pa ama anope ho ayefe mo
sa pepe
me hu ani mo am say hey kanji mponi anope yentie mo e na mo e de maye ene ye tiefo ni ahwefo nyina
boss player e da say na no pay say o ya akonya si ye da obi biara say na no pay so kanjin time kanjin mre na so ya pomudin church ne de bre tiefo na no pay san say aside business wise de bia meka na apomudin church so hia say e wo say e piska no na ye pepumden so aka ho amane manyina tima ye kama na no pay ye behwe e nsu a wo se onuma ebeboa wo body no ebeboa wo system no both outside and inside na no ebitima boa man pedwana tima sipi amane manyina tima ye kama san se nsuo de enye nsuo bia ni nsuo da bi enye nsuo bia se wato nsuo na wonom wo so num nsuo edi apomden ebebrew na wo so num nsuo a emfa yare emre oni pedwa ntina no pay ye kanfo kangen energy drinking water e de ma wona no pay na ansa no ebia wo teke mu ebia wo to ade obi store anim enkoma no ebia wo te kangen pay na ope nchirimu a ne patro ye di number 0241 44 91 0241 44 91 and 0507 37 94 74 0507 37 94 74 patro ye kanfo kangen energy quarter edema san say e so bi a abadwaman so a de bia e bedi ho nkomo de bia I say bible mu asem de bia tene da sana na mafo ne ka ai ye de tene da Yesu Kristo obefa ne bua ka wafa ne wato ne ntem na ne nyina ne say de bia ebeka de bia so da pum de church na ebe breti for san say enye nsuo bia se dem di kan no na oso onum oso ne nsuo a ede apum din ebe bro nsuo a ubenya eye three properties microcluster alkalinity na anase obenya antioxidation ewom na etime siesie aboaw ama nipadua etime atoso san say sa alkalinity ne eboaw detoxify enema efu system nim efia o say efu nipaduam epie no sebi efu agyanan biam ana odwusom ana enfifem epie no ni na esiesie sa nipadua no ama system no etima atoso san efie we ye nipadua mu no ansa na ebeba abonte no se achewom amfa eye ohaw ambe nipadua in fact anhwe dachi bia no de amane ebebrew enti onum so no na se eyi fie fru nipadua ma detoxifier say detoxification no ma perepere yo eba nipadua say unse acidic no anase ya num nsu anase ya nunum enema akwa nipadua ma emfa eye apomden emre ye system no anase nipadua enti abre bia unye nsu a onum a enye nsu a onum se onum ameda bi eye nsu a onum no na eyi efi ene enkekawa efu nipaduam na acidity na ewo nipaduam no etimi abalance no amene manyina etima e kama na e ka microcluster no eye ade nsu ne wasisa enti etimi bowura nipaduam a anase bowura umogya mu etimi yi sankekawa nyina ebi wa wase o eye mi nipa mintini no asisi mogya ni tibi ndi afusa ni ade ni nyina no de ohaw ne amane ene eba oboso wo ye adwuma afa wo sisi afa wo transka kebe no na asa tata ni ade ni nyina no emfa eye enije emafie de bi ada enti ni nyina ne se obenya kangen energy drinking water etimi anom na aboaw na asiesi wonkan ka me de ya meka me se akoma ne de eye na hia pa wakoma ehia ema unipadua san se akoma ne gya pe na se emi se condemn to dwrebu na se asema bafie ekaba nti wakoma na die de bia meka se awakoma no o se de bia unya ade a ebebo wakoma no ho ban na akoma na abre bia no etimi awake hard e de amawo san se wakoma na ye jabo de a ba bia do bakọ akoto e bia amane hu krom ana se ba bia beto no e bia ompe nti de bia no me meka se udidi a bo modina se ubenya ade a ida se aduane ana usu a obeno no ebebo wakoma no ama akoma na etimi afansion wo e woni padwom san se akoma na ntima amfanhye we yenhwe se mbo pipe flow na se bibi kosisi pipe mu a un say intimi push hard emma ekwan a wo say pipe ne nsuo na nam pipe nim no etimi flow where saa na ye nipadua na akoye say ye ntiri ne enema ekohihiem na say ye nunum yanum ye ana ye ndidi ye na ye ntiri mu sisi a eno e de amane e na ebre ye nti anopei ye unya micro cluster e wo unsom e bi say Kangen water ana Kangen energy drinking water esi ufia bra watu adi wa afa ne fala e de ahoto eni je be bro amene me nyina tima e kama na ka bibi e fra bibi anti oxidation me patcho anti oxidation no it is a molecular hydrogen very high e wo nsuo nim ti abre bia onuma e boa e fight against aging obu wa o hwe na otimi say sister wonyini pa enso be kono osua enam aduane pa wodie ana say enam eye ensupa onum ti no da bia emma nanim enyini e fight against wrinkles e ka say wrinkles abusu obu wa ha bo say nanim abubu agu so hu na be ka say wonyini enso be kombo na ni fies wo 23 years yes wo 25 enso be hu na ahwa be ka say wo 40 eno emfasa emma eno emboa emma oni padwan ento so ebio eboa ma o skin eso etoso emma honam e kama etoso na ha ahwe obi hu a obeka say na nkumbe ana say nube na wato no mama already atoso ama oni ma fefefe dabi Kangen water ena watosi fie ne ma ena ebusuani na cha no ma eboa ama nipadwan no etimi SCP asita me patcho me game ama me brother Prince etima to kakra.
Okay, nemen so kakra me de be kan me bra aka no ene say ye hwe sene molecular hydrogen boa ebeboa ye a mix of ye galamsey ya ekosui say ye hwe ye nsu a sesei enka ne say ye reverse ni ne kekan ka ho a yare hosem ye ntinsu a ebeboa wo de ye kan fo ama wa ne Kangen energy drinking water na si ye hwe galamsey ni aye nsuoi wo hwe da heavy metals any mercury ni cyanide e won nsuo ma say no say koni padua no ma the rate say ubenya cancer so easily so high because sa niema no e ko ni padua no ma e ma ni padua no krompo etimi rastentem etimi kofa ohaw e de brewa koma etimi kofa ohaw e de brew organs no but se wunya nsuo bi tse Kangen energy drinking water na se wono ma dey ne se ebua eyi sa efin no because of ni pH level no ebua nsuo ebua timi yi sa efin na akoni padua no na se da heavy metals mercury ne lead no mne ne keka kan wa enam galamsey ntino ye nsuo no akwakodim se wo hwa enye galamsey nko a ye nsuo no nko mpo se wo hwe ye nuane krampo na se no enam se galamsey nsuo na se asase ni ntino ye product aya menka ne se ye nya at the end of say ya ye mfuo no a de ba out no eno nso so no esa de ohaw esa ekoka no enti say ye di aduane koyemu a ifi say ye di aduane na ye di nanso na akofo ohaw na ye den e de abreye enti de e kan fo ma obia ne say onnom Kangen energy drinking water say na be ya abibire we mu sa mre we ya yewura munyi a galamsey say nsu a e de ohaw ebreye Kangen ebetimi aboa ayi sa fin no den e de afiri wo sa wo hwe so a enye nsuo ana sa asase na asai enko a sa wo hwe so a yemfra mamu enam galamsey ninti o hwe machines o mu yusu e de ye galamsey ya aya pollute air no nti wo hwe enye nuane no ana se nsuo a ase no nko a enframa no krompo na eba emu no krompo no eno so kra no ase but se wunya nsuo bi tse Kangen energy drinking water de ene se e detoxify uni padua no etimi eyi fi bia ewo uni padua ena se that heavy metals no se ko uni padua ma because of se nsuo no naniwa ni suso ni ntino that molecular hydrogen no enam se eye the tiny molecules ni ntino etimi eboa ewura uni padua me brady kan say microcluster sa microcluster say row ni padua no ma baby biara e wo se nsu egbowura no ebetimi ayeden abowura ayitimi ayi sa ohaw na sa remember say galamsey nsu a asese ama nsu papa nke wo se yenya ne yenom na bebo ni padua no yenya no se wunya na se wonom nsu ni bi Kangen energy drinking water na etimi eboa ewuru ni padua no eyi da heavy metals lead mercury ni cyanide da bia ebeko ni padua mu no etimi den eyi free honum na se nsuo no nso no se saa ne ma ne bi wo ma e ma onipadua no krompo no ewe nareche se ka se awe na ache krompa obi wo no ma na oye young but ohwe ni age no ne nipa no ne tebia wo ma obeka se wanyini ama nenso na oye young boy anasa young girl away den wasi so enti no de onya hia ne se obenya kanje ne na age drinking water ni bi na wanom na wonom a wankasa wo de obedi hu adanse tambia ye ka eye nsuo enya duro but wonum nsuo na wankasa wo de adanse die den ebeba enti galam se mrewe ya yawrama nsuo nyina ase de ye kanfo kanjen de amaw ye kanfo kanjen de amaw so pe bia to a ye babia ye depo ye office ewo Bremen UGC ena baby sawo ye sawo abawa route nso so se otikam na se upebi aton so a ye sa de number ni 2 dwana
pacho number no 0241
44
91 0241
44
91 na 0507 37 94 74 me pacho ye di so to asum pacho say bia oye party oye wedding me pacho say opese ye de o poster na say o picture e bottle no ho na ye de from kanjin bottle no ho na ye de ebrewa ni nyina say dwumade na ekoso e wo kanjin energy drink water so ye nti ni nyina say oye yi say oye party na memene eye bekoso wedding bekoso eye abedinto ne ade ni nyina ekoso nti say ebia wo pepa say ebia oh kanjin me pese me de me mfonya na say me eye bia na me party me birthday bia me de mfonya bomu nsuo no ho na nyina say dwumade no koso e kanjina drinking water koso ho nti bi pacho upebi atoso a se dem di card number ni tudwa no o friend number ya eye obi biara ebeje so ana se empenfo ha omo bedi nkomo na nhihye bi o bia no omo timi ni adi na se meje kakra bi e ka ho hye eye ye ka se cancer Dr. Otu Henry Quebec ka se mo si baby biara eye cancer wo baby biara cancer wo no bebi biaya alkaline wono cancer intimi entina ho biaya alkaline ewo cancer intimi entina ho na including yare bia na cancer intimi alkaline na yale ben na ebetimi alkaline enti o se hu nsu a o so wonum se nsu a obenuma ebeboa na no pay ye kan for dem say kanjin energy drinking water eno na o se anopay upe bisi fie na won ebusuafo ni nyina sanse nka ye hwe covid no sa tam no nka covid ene ka kanjin wo ho a ke bia nke ye mre ke ye ha nkopi nkochirimpe kwansusu amsi mesi konsusu ho ye dene o kurum ha afi konsusu esi wo fichire kura na wo de kojan agbo ho so wo mpese obi abete sanse e basa na obi afinifia no abetete ade ya ye say ye busu immune system eno na samne na wo sinse samne no ka kanjin water ezisi se de enei ewo ya anka samne na bia anka ye mre nti na emeniji se ene ya be sha kanjin energy quarter kanfo edema na no pe se pebito na epebi mabusua no na eneme nyina enkoye nti number no 0241 44 91 0241 44 91 0507 37 94 74 pacho say the prince kan your Bremen UGC any about baby a obefre number e bia ye beje oso ye da se
okay kanjin for any no more edi enkomo awie da se ne e be se hia na ya sa adwetwe kanjin ho enkomo nti oto so e wedding no na ma bibia enko kama ame wachiri ye de mienu ana ba ko mienu okay ene Mr. Eboa ene wa hye that's it all right kanjin aso ye ene ewura ya yakodi enkomo ewo ho dwumedie no to so Oyerepa 100.7 weekend edition of today's post yewura mono ne na afensema babaisa edi egu ho no abomode na yetimi abiebie ensem no mu edi amount Zakito Alhassan Said ono nefa oye nodna kum fante nti Zakito sa no ye beka ne sei
ene se ama sana ana 50-50 no
ozei
no o 50-50
I say on say obi a nefa ya santina nefa Yes, Asante Nkremu. The worker said you're Fante Nkremu. Then no, you're Fante Nkremu.
Need that.
Need
that to be a person.
When you're Fante Nkremu.
Oh, son of a be a fat. Need that fat.
The Kito and Atnasino.
Yes.
Fante Nkremu and our Atnasino. Kwadwa Sempa, Kwadwo, and no one man to unka. Ti enemamentun kan Kwadwa Sempa we de wa na do ho ba ya osebe ehwe from Gospel Oak Baba Shop and Kandahar Sport wa mokudi nhwani mu na ya sebe say Arsenal 3 West Ham 1 eno ya sebe de ode aba eno no Zach yenhwe game sebe koso over the weekend em say
yes
yedi kan didi ho komo enra Antoine Semenyo
yes
LED bomb of emom she Fulham Kamiensa ema Fulham etimu baako
yes
Fulham kopel mu asem koto twede kane na Antoine Semenyo ebeka be tena ka be 13-14 minutes
78 minutes
yes.
No share the first goal no
na ohyase na o the first goal share ya na enye goal kitwa
efe
eno na no pe baba isamba na msi Antoine Semenyo the last 2 seasons no o hwe ne modern boy wa kire Premier League ni ma yempe teams a ne Semenyo kwa obetimi a start also oba Manchester United obe start
okay
ne woko Arsenal obe start oko nyabote de mechichim baba isa woni abote ese baba isa mse ese yeshadade ya asem koto haje nim baba isa abotre no uye ya no watwe microphone no ashase enti ose Liverpool die na won sheda nya sure se obetu kodigapo ena ose Manchester City so ontimi ntu Jeremy Doku Chelsea die also be start they say no ose Manchester Arsenal Chelsea ena Real Madrid so ose on Saturday but se ko base ni position na obo no mo se ho aso na Rodrigo say Alonso use no so what bench na Alonso so Rodrigo so te bench ne so onyimu ba ko a Semenyo be start ba bo e de ja Rodrigo
okay
ti baba isa esmo ka fan 0.7 na so wojitum
oh not entirely
onyintum.
Yes, Semenyo is playing very well. But I think say
me the video be masulu. Abra season ba na wie no.
Yeah.
Kwan a Semenyo fa so.
Yeah.
Eye training e master ni goal scoring. Na ohwe training na wo ye ni goals na wo hye na. Enye different from the wo hye league ni start ye no. Je chese u training a.
Yeah.
With
one of Semenyo's shot force in the finishing last season. Even this season, Crano, yes, he's or 6 goals and
6 goals 2 assists.
Yes, it is not 3 assists. So a 9 goal involvement too.
9
and 6-3. Still, I don't know. Baby say we wasteful.
Video no na that's so. And we season the ban we no na wo training. On baby the ball no total.
And the weakness was finishing. Even this season, problem pa Ghana for in Japan ye. Sabo ya o share Andre. Ghana ko about to actually.
Oh yes sure.
Oh what if you last or 2 World Cup games no? Chance are Semenyo boss no. Obo body nya say no. Enti one area the weakness pa and finishing. And sana okay no, o take time say he work on it to improve on the finishing. Which at least he's improving better than last season, because he believes in our power. And he now say Bobby power, he need power. But when Bobby power, Bobby why you just second goal for example. It's not about power, it's just about 19 but previously Semenyo born by short panya in a born baby. One area that I think he's improving, but I believe Bournemouth they were smart in sense they were office teams But instead of selling him, you rather convince him to extend his contract. It's a gamble. Gamble in the sense this transfer window, Nankasamanyonke, more 50 on sister than also Bokobi. Sorry, engineer almost on the players or no Kobi. Now, the gamble they took, and they said, let's convince him to extend the contract and stay. So it means that even a similar season, and now better. Obako 78 in EB. They took the gamble, and so far it looks like the gamble. There's a gamble on Airwork. Airwork in the sense that he's performing. At this stage, let's say the two players with the best, most goals involvement. One Halander. They will say Nyarikitwa.
Yeah.
The gamble I'm taking and say now, based on the performance, the next summer say to say ya teams a bell and half on Semenyono. Obedru be 5. And Obi also no, you will not get him less than 80 million. Based on how the transfer window no recently. And I think that it's good for him. The only problem is that I want to believe he's the best Ghanaian performing this in Europe this season. He's a guest Ghanaian by far. But the problem is that Oba say on my half of this in Blasters, that is the problem. He's not been. There's no game that because Anton no game in the Blasters yet. That is the only problem. We are hoping say at least in the Blasters and Obetinyama some good performance. But I think Sandra, it was all Anton Semenyo goes how go we how kind of fast so the Castagna Koye. You know, Castagna is a right-footed player.
Yeah.
I think can strength baby are the ball on fire no. But on the ball on fire way no. How are you using the body? So to fend off anything, Castagna's challenge. And Bono was almost going out. How he was able to bring the ball back into play. No place ball no. And I think Justin Clavet, one of their most best performance from last season, that boy Clavet.
Baby, after taking on Castagna, Oshe baby and Ujina, and spacer na goalkeeper na created the amano, but still when you had the confidence of the ball no through the legs of the goalkeeper.
So
very tight space.
Yep. At that place, no, very tight.
Yeah.
Until you are expecting keepers, no. Who the 10 8 or 9 should be saving this ball based on baby but William Bono the clever aya Semenyo and say one more Bono anko anreji ankosoro Bono ko peja yanka baby sa angle nka fencing leno becheno but you see say osha the distance na say Bono eba me goal once again you see why onya sa opportunity to play the ball through the legs no. The distance between Semenyo and Lenu and so close the sense that he can react quickly with the leg to save the ball. That was one area that at least Semenyo very brilliant from Semenyo say Otumu say no the distance no me bobo ono to onum na on to be react before Leno would act no na ball no at the net mu. It was a very good goal from Anton Semenyo, and I think we are only hoping that Obeshe Belasa just na Jibo is able to give us such a performance.
Positions we are using in here important. Because over a year and Donny Eurola, we used to know from the left side of the attack. But Oba Black Stars are near born number 9.
No, he has played at that position in Blasters.
But they said they were selling his position. Continuous all ball. And Obama ball now ball of Nibino.
Yeah, I think he should about on your on board. Because our ball left will be brave.
So, Omi third goal no matter. Time our corner nebo and a heavy be a Semenyo Jinani record the bet or the best goal. If Carbon beat my mother, just the third goal. Now, yen share how. Free chiri ho buy to the on go back non pos name chiri be Semenyo. So we cry the third goal jibo to your pen born so on pos wa now uncle kaka to that Semenyo na wo ho no stop and the gina chiri ho pa to on be Semenyo
at this stage He's the last player.
On the defense. Now let the ball move. Now here. Uncle Hakani. Yeah, Mom TV. Those who are on radio. So now you
still
on. It's more like a left back. More like a left back. They said they were leading him. Now I feel no best team can. Diabo na tomorrow maybe So within the close space of 6 seconds, Brika Semenyo 2 years, but they drew go area and the ball be to attend. That's a different level of seriousness from a player. There's one person back time on war bonds, not Semenyo was almost 50 yards away. So one, a seriousness. 2, determination. If you don't say no motive, Semenyo the war. Inti the commitment or the yes I ran with no guarantee so bet me show. But he knew say the moment transition from the defensive zone to the attacking zone, he is supposed to be part of the front three. He understands his role and is tactically disciplined. Konaba brabeboa. Etekwa animua e ho nesese wo dante ho nese okobua. Nti okokobua. Now then Bahana sometimes I say he feels a bit relaxed.
Oh yes, sure.
Oh yes. Because America won't call blasters.
Semenyo onko.
Onko Milikawi. Milika jibo okoyi. Onko. So he's a top player and now the stage is set. No comparison. They say before Sadio Mane free Southampton about Liverpool. Say na no was Southampton. No dinya that big money move to Liverpool. So I'm out for compare say Semenyo nam Sadio Mane kwana so and Sadio Mane be press it. Sadio Mane or be fight it. You score on sign you selfish. You create chance for other players.
What are
so bad I can say and kai blasters aka Semenyo onko. Na wa unie kuma kanu kra unie kuma. Osakotu kanu. Ndokwa woni bem of fond dia shima no panyasem keswo.
Say.
You want me be Semenyo.
Bem of for no post wo mo official say what can't this man do? Kanu nkore
Oyerepa 100.7.
And said Eugene, and thank you very much. Said Eugene, and baby, I did tell what Semenyo one. Sabon crank corner Nima, and at the angle need trap from keep on the side, flump on the side on the bar. Kabons or way chiripa.
I mentioned what you be.
So there is an issue of rules, there is an issue of being disciplined. All the boxes, Emma player exceptional under a tactical manager. He does it.
So how Bournemouth would defend the corner kicks. And when Omunya advantage no more 10 or corner kicks into a counter. Ready, Nakohe Bournemouth ni Liverpool. The difference here is player now far born before the run of Semenyo and yes Semenyo. But Liverpool then the Semenyo ne pick born. It is a adebisi baku mienu miensa. E chese ye bibi o ma rehearse wo training. So tell me just. It's yes we dey never back to Obed say how Semenyo is being coached to give star performance no man blasters ye nyasama no.
No, the point is you bring back the quality of Otuado as a manager. But you want to be wo ha. Obi nimi ya coach wo mo coach ni mo different. This is a clear example of a player whose work rate is at the highest level. Her players need go actually hon. Obesa omo nyina ho. Aba be ka front three no ho abebo na to atrim. Arriving from deep zone. This is massive. How make me here free? The work rate, the energy, and the tactical discipline behind this whole attacking transition. A idea will follow you. But what in common American assets? And your idea for you can have someone on the way
100.7
on the way to no.
Even close to the center line, still I know my.
America be to other side defenders now. This is special. And any coach be and any a top player that will fit the pacey nature, the pressing nature, and the tactical demands of the Premier League Semenya match we semenya winning the panakuma. And ye ka se baha. They are too relaxed. The energy level I will display in these few seconds for a boa is not guaranteed of receiving it at the end of the day. Boa na na ekono. Bibi anyone na kire se semenya ye be pass yama no. But oye na dwuma. Ene ka se baha na omo ye se dwuma na na. Sa okika ne se America no omo ya na. That is the question of the day.
Okay. Obisu the message be about Daniel Jewu or say, my brother, we are not sincere to ourselves. Most of you don't talk about our packs. To be honest with our players, our packs needs to be excellent. Ghana Park, he cannot run that pace.
He's talking about the pitch.
The pitch, yes.
Okay.
Obeda no so
a contributing factor. No two ways about that.
The America they send a pitch wo. There are so many factors that prevent these players from repeating the club level. The system, how you coach neighbor, the understanding between the players, the resources available, but you are be a friend, determination, any seriousness. Sometimes our boys are not serious. I'm about to holiday. I'm about to say. Yebeji eni bi ni asako
eno mo ka se park no mu gina so mo bobo wa
Oyerepa FM 100.7
ebo anwoma na ye demande sa ontum rika ne sa anwoma no sometimes ebi kura obetimi a step on the one where you be na ekupraw me say many opportunity to step on Baba Yara Sports Stadium ode ko scoreboard sa akona line na ben center
stance na scoreboard
Menim says Zaki to ne ba for motia hoda.
Say hono tum.
You am say eh any place wo mo ya de. Udon pa boatia na emem kofom. Na emem kofom. Ti be da na park bi so obi atimi atumrika.
Enu nti no mu ntimi.
E ka ho bi, obet sa nyoma ni nyina yenhwe. E ka ho bi. Say your teams yo mo bobo no mo kọ bobo stadium a pitch ne ye kama. No more struggle.
Oh, but say the texture of the grass no. Say intina ya na omukwa nantenante so enya a feel of it no o stars no ene you know even fencing anwa no netie no kra na grass na edua wo so no ni nyina etimi contribute enu ntina on say in some other places ombe water pitch no ansa na game na start at least na ema wo some soft kakra utie mu a inti say running no any all the other things omo ye ne de untimi nyi pitch no emfim but maybe I mean obedi ya adwen ne say the willingness to commit himself into occupying that space now a bit that's our left side honomo no will he do same when it is occasion here a year probably we have to ask and as a find out. On said he showed every willingness to also get up there. Boy, say, the chances to run up into the goal scoring positions. You know, from baby no ojina no there. Nanka ohwe baby abon if na. Nanka on kahun. Nanka on kahun.
Ah, we cry the boapa.
But otimi running ebe sign. Even no man on good positions, I saw running into that space, you know, and non common and can finish it at the end. No, what me beside woman in our home. And yet the willingness to do that, and yet, so when you will, when you're ready, so by your yet. And why, nobody will question you because for baby, no, Ginano, next or offer numbers in terms of defending, which okoye. And now, I do time I say sign numbers in terms of goal scoring opportunity and what pace obia assign abe finish that is a super work.
Kito
yes
yankwai iti Antoine Semenyo ho asem no
yeah
next season there so to say ya no keka ko 100 million
no
na yi madam for be buy say embuamu ye 72 a Semenyo there 100
I say no omo nya obetre no
Fantastic.
No, me it's not about Mwemo or because he needs to do better and I say equal what Mbeumo did to attract that kind of figures, you know. And Tiana, Enya Betre, man, we shouldn't rush into. Well, yes, we are hoping that he continues like this. But before Mbeumo couldn't attract his eyes, but they gave good numbers. And you have to be able to match that to also attract out figures, you know. And Omunya Betre, na young hope say as Ghanaian there, he should be able to continue with the form because based on the way I rate okay there. He may be able to make better than what Mbeumo and Kuna and the other guys, no. And I don't know Munka say get Munya man for second buy, but say or Munya or Metimi.
They need to turn a African.
It
is a can't also bomb of after Henry win about so second.
Yeah, they are second league.
Oh, Premier League with 7 games, one more than any other club apart from Fulham.
Yeah,
I'm no more a boy. Liverpool 15 points almost that top. 6 games.
Yeah.
Arsenal at that third with 6 games, almost 13 points. Crystal Palace 6 games, 12 points. Tottenham Hotspur 6 games, 11. Sunderland 6 games, 11. Manchester City almost 6 games, almost 10 points. Chelsea 8. Everton 8 points. Brighton 8 points. Fulham 8 points. Leeds 8 points. Brentford 7. Manchester 14th position 7. Newcastle 15th position 6. Aston Villa 6 points. Nottingham 6. Burnley 4. West Ham 4. Wolves 1. Yera games ever so over the weekend away.
Though, very interesting ones. Interesting games. The last one, now players know Akupim national teams. Until they start another one international break in November. You know, in year for the year. Until Muko wins they will go for November. And Sani Benya a very long run of games at Young International break until that is March. No matter the last one. You know, there's another one in November. Send us a fifth of almost from next year.
Next year, born for a long period.
21 days. 3 weeks. Jibo. And Rana. What you are king in common ra. And then the team Bayern Elko Eintracht Frankfurt. Now, Omakwa the German Bundesliga. Enti Jibo ende yebenya Frankfurt versus Bayern Munich ewa the Bundesliga ni mu. Na Jibo one game however you pick it kan like obahwe ni bia Frankfurt for afiwe Jibo so ahwe omo a goals pa the games ope games na say oya tipster okona okwa beta me on ha ho kra na nyama bebre no de we de nya de abese o brown kra kogus because Frankfurt for no this year their first game 3-1 4 goals na PM. Second game against Bayer Leverkusen 3-1 4 goals. Champions League against Galatasaray 5-1 6 goals. Omunu Union Berlin 4-3 7 goals. Omunu Borussia Mönchengladbach 6-4 10 goals. And now you amuko Atletico 5-1 6 goals. Into way they umbra onkra and they are playing against Bayern Munich, which also can score. This year offer Bundesliga now. Teams are consider goals in the Bundesliga. Werder Bremen, I consider 14 goals in the Bundesliga. We are moving forward. I consider do Frankfurt. I consider 13. Into we 3 or 4 goals. Say better today. Easy cry. It was a game. We don't how cry 3 or 4 goals.
100.7.
Frankfurt no.
3 or
4.
Okay.
Better. Once they are considered 13 goals, I had the second highest. They scored the second highest also in the Bundesliga. And and our attack is sharp. And they are playing against the sharpest attacking team in the Bundesliga. I said 22 goals. And the Frankfurt has 17 goals. And they are the two sharpest.
There's a Bayern chef 5 more than Frankfurt.
And they are two teams of attack and a question. And at 2 teams about the nature on a new and a question. Then the match, you know, and Liverpool Hurricanes so far 10 goals, 3 assists in the Bundesliga. The next person will be a Kan Uzum, the Turkish international, the attacker midfielder in the Frankfurt team. Dibo, or 5 goals, 3 assists. Over Bundesliga Nina, Hurricane the highest 13 goals involvement. The next one with the most goals involvement in the Bundesliga, Kan Uzum of Frankfurt also 5 goals, 3 assists. And Dibo, we Hurricane at least score assists in this game.
Obesha and Oba assist.
Ebeto can Uzum to score or assist, and also a one better Ebeto. Edijibo kwa 4-2 win for Bayern Munich. Something that I see said.
Mekai season B was it 2 seasons ago? Na Frankfurt. Omo lose omo games nyina. Enya ho na grass na everybody no. Ja grass na on. I'm just a season no. Omo lose games sa no mbeshi aban.
I remember.
Omo share Bayern 5-1.
Mekada was 2023,
yes.
Mekapa.
Omo share Bayern 5-1.
Omar Mamouche was one of the good.
After the next 3 games no must lose. Di yenhwe ni ye. Na for lose no mbeshi aban.
Since 2019, Bundesliga no. Team a watch Bayern do drop Frankfurt. Enya Dortmund. Enya Leipzig. Enya Leverkusen. But team I will team Bayern Munich within that period no Frankfurt was 4 times. It's open one team I will bet easily can beat Bayern Munich Frankfurt. But the only problem this year for them is leaking a lot of goals. Oshia Bayern Munich with Hurricane, and now unse Oma find a way to play Hurricane and Jackson in the same team. The Hurricane in the match no Pepe to him. Na Jackson no Jumani nya ewo ni mo no. Until a game that will give us more goals and the match him.
By ye tufo. Say ayeso na o ma hwe or Frankfurt for no. O mama ko e ba bia ni da so ni no. Adana wo fu se o net de Frankfurt for mo nya hwe no.
No makoko e.
O mama asemato.
Until I no akọ goals don want to.
Ehode de me fo aso.
Umpe pressure bi awde ko goals na on.
Yenko ye ni.
E was a game no. Jibo. Yamba PM ewo the Italian Serie A. Serie A no. Yes, and Lazio Torino. Ohwe omumienu nya Torino enya good season so far. Almost just 4 points from 5 games. As against Lazio or also so it was just 6 points from 5 games. You know, if you are looking at both teams, Ajibo, it looks as if omunya enya omo form because Lazio winning just 2 games, 3-0 against Genoa, and also Eras Verona by 4 goals to 0. And all lose the Akanina, no draw. As against Torino and also no all struggle just 1 win and 1 draw. It's a game that 2 teams omunche denya omo pick ye and Tijibo wo kwa we Lazio to win maybe about 2 goals to 1. Inter will beat Cremonese. Inter have started picking up in terms of where the form and any more mono. Unse omunya a very shaky start after losing to Udinese and also losing to Juventus. But after that, Jibo omo we need in terms of all competition, when the next 4, 2 in the Champions League, 2 in the Italian Serie A, winning until Juve to win by 2 or more goals against Cremonese. Something that will happen. And Lautaro Martinez is in his form of his life. And it looks as if Thuram, out of this game. I'm sorry, because Thuram form now a war recently there. Now he is giving. Sadena na Lautaro Martinez enya striker doing all the work for him, the runs, the assists. Lautaro Thuram form na a woman if he's available there goes with me I am more.
But when you say Cremonese are yet to lose a game in the Italian Serie A.
Yeah. Say omo say draw.
Omo share Milan 2-1 first game. Omo second game omo share Sassuolo 3-2.
Yeah.
And I'm share Heras Verona ball draw. And I'm Parma ball draw. No many Como ball 1-1.
Yeah.
Come on lose game in the Italian Serie A.
Parma fast swap on Como ball draw because one game that no BF is Como done especially after Como scoring the first goal in the first half. But quite also fight it back to get that 1 point. No, idea is when I think that we should teams winning now quality in terms of teams in now and yet San Siro na Cremonese better call members no a game that Inter Milan can win or
more akwabi ginechiro if any Brasiroto obeyil turam pampe wachiro
sa so oye Italian Federico Brasiroto 29-year-old
ononi footballer wa sheda ko gym what Jimenez one attempts wa bo opem what said that great happen no
they are doing very bad. Inter Milan will beat them. The big game this weekend the Juve Milan game Allianz Stadium one Jimo
Zach
no season no a different story. So after Milan losing the first game, I don't know we need the next 4 at Russell. And 12 points leading the Italian Serie A table. Then Juve on the other hand, we need the first 3, and then the next 2 now about draw. And the Juventus also 11 points, 1 point behind Bobo for Milan, and then Napoli and AS Roma. It's Yamad Morchana. One game that I was set Juve if they still want to keep the pace. Now, because if you look at the games, Napoli, Genoa likely to win. Roma playing home against
Fiorentina. Roma
Fiorentina was a winning game this season in the Italian Serie A. And say, teams in teams are more so now April. Inter are likely to win. Roma are likely to win. Napoli are likely to win. And some anyway, Sanabaya or distance away from you, and then Milan game no game that say you and you guys lose that game no, you find a way to not lose. That is both Milan and Juventus no. But actually Juve quite my first one in their last 4 games on my draw on 1 because Champions League 2 games on my draw on my time about 4-4 Champions League on 1-1 2-2 against Villarreal. Serie A 1-1 against Atalanta, 1-1 against Verona. One thing very certain about Juve this season, in all the games they've played in the Italian Serie A, they've scored a goal. Opeke, on the other hand, Milan and Sua, also a similar run of goal scoring in the Serie A because Milan games are they scored in the Italian Serie A. And the Jibo, so offers our 2 teams win now. One thing is certain, the attack sharp. For Juventus, it's all about this. Now, dear Juve, I team who are almost second half performance, especially almost substitutions. Because there said Jonathan David Estatia, Juve more open down the bench, and more Vlahovic and all bench. If Juve are playing with Jonathan David, they have Vlahovic open on the bench who can change the game at any point in time for them. And the more attacking Eugene. Then with AC Milan, now and Yahu Rafael Leao so Kakra. Na minim even though the predator lineup no still no as somebody nkofora the Jimenez age anymore with Pulisic. Because Rafael Leao afena warkova all by na injury no nya no. Unse sa hamstring ne no wanya careful na usaso rashi playing tentema. He will come and aggregate it once again.
Bia na because of how Juventus defense lacky pace no. He might start in Nkunku. Yes, ahead of Jimenez. But yes, Adia a Pulisic Jimenez.
Okay. And no Rafael Leao there still now from the bench on no.
Leao why ye be 30 minutes.
No boy. Jibo. Milan how they know that Allegri they are Modric. So Allegri no na e pelo ko boss na Allegri.
Ewo hen. Juve anana.
Juve
Conte.
Allegri anyusu
Conte ne start here. and Allegri be take you over.
Take you over. Okay.
I was like Allegri now onye fan of register. Oba Melano.
Yeah.
And ode Van Bommel. Ebe Pamo Pelu.
Yes. Yeah, run Pamo.
By time I Pelu call Juvenile and Antonio Conte no. I call na for any option. We were born na Pelu bono. Na untimi enye we. After no. I who said then in his game no be here register no move from Pelu to Merayan Pjanic. But if you are no nyina no, sa no use ni creative players bo so do ma be defense no.
Eti quite of us our creative Sauro no dey Modric no has been the deciding factor of the Milan team. Because one thing Modric be anim say he's able to create even baby Ojebia and he's able to create something out of nothing. That is Modric for you. And again, Modric is benefiting from how low tempo the Serie A is. Because Modric now he was struggling to play 90 minutes at Real Madrid. Because on say 60-70 biano abre. Tabele say in free. And Milan edge record in say still now no Modric have the legs to play 90 minutes even Milan with one man down. That is Modric for you, and that is how Allegri has been able to get the best out of him. And me can say last week say the game changer. Milan me for on about Adrian Rabiot. Unse Rabiot come with energy and control. Unse Rabiot when yes players now. Ombetu mrika bad ball no money money bi na. He's a fine midfielder. He's like say if your game is to control or the amount. If your game is to tackle, it's one player who has changed the narrative about the Milan midfield. Yes, Loftus-Cheek was doing okay. Man, Loftus-Cheek any controller. About more energy. About more on the runs in the 18-year balls. But a young control game, the do when we should control game. You won't get it from Loftus-Cheek. That is where you get benefit from Adrian Rabiot. Milan midfield. Pulisic is playing very well. Jibo, and one game that. Based on how I've seen these two teams, this is how they've played. Milan will score. Allianz Stadium and then Numbre. With the attack now, Ekuta FN is saying, Juve so no. Once Bremer is out. On the best stabilizer, which you can but also out injured. Turam out injured. And Tijibo. Almost all problem in terms of players that they are missing. Yanko both team to score and likely 1-1 or 2-2 draw game. Juve versus Milan game in a game that likely 1-1 or 2-2 and so on. No, Jibo, me won't say when you want to remember England fast.
My man announced say Kasama for Edema Santokotoko. Lawyer Safuduku.
Yes.
Arrested you nti ewiama no ne ane beba lawyer ho. Na ena bedi.
Lawyer.
Sure say ni nyina ne before China game beba so baba ras post na bra Santokotoko and Heart of Flames di ACN. And the chita for super so mu said that any lawyer din komo no o ka kire say on best submit o mu venue na deadline for submission no Friday no so ye nwura and the twam ti bebusa no ho nsem and baby akosi two person oti ni nyina na lawyer Safuduku e wo fia ha ai ni no ebedi ho komo zak to aso
anti no say no ka anti say e won papa so lawyer be nko ade because almost mo te feelings no more on say lawyer free Nigeria buy no yes wakaso phone so but na dey studio. Premier League no koso na more topic be but time nti lawyer bent top me be next week na Eze Odegaard or both for Arsenal. Eze Odegaard or both for Arsenal. One topic that Jibo you benya abote na yahwe Arsenal able against West Ham. The only say just briefly. O pick jokers in big games are no about proud to them Newcastle United now. Man United, Liverpool, Man City. No or 0 shot against all these teams. Against Newcastle, Onya Eze behind him about 6 shot against Newcastle United. It's the argument that started. Say these two, Odegaard and Eze. Who fits the number 10 row behind Jokeres? Then Odegaard responded in a game against Olympiacos, playing one of the fine games so far this season behind Jokeres, giving Jokeres more passes because in that game Jokeres more passes than any other player on the field. It's either say is improving because of the threat of Eze. Now competition about he knows that there's someone who can play better than him, and I say equally like he plays. It's one topic that Jibo. You net time I ever share near discuss any year pa. But then Arsenal was some game, no. Jibo said the last 2 visitors was some call Emirates beyond watch Arsenal. Their last 2 visits at the Emirates now they've beaten Arsenal over there. Wow. Last season, I'm watching Arsenal 1-0. Okay, I think Gerard Bowen and I share that goal now. I'm watching Arsenal by a long goal. 2 seasons earlier, so now short Sochet and Mavropanos and I share 2 goals. I'm watching Arsenal by 2-0. The last 2 seasons now, Arsenal the second now no be a air bomb say. They are one of the best teams in the Premier League, you know. What's I'm calling here now? 1-0, 2-0, and London derby, and on a dynamics. And again, so bet etaka new manager bounce as him. One of the new manager bounce now, Jibu. Yes, and Nuno Espirito Santo against a friend saying Bobo Arsenal. The first game Okunya draw away or Sasso away. Jibu, you better share now on appropriate time, no. Yeah, better discuss it as an Odegaard, no. But I think say Jibu, Arsenal look different. Now the options are dorsal. They be able to play differently from the way they play. And no one of those guys have new manager bounce every year, Juma. So until the uncle for Arsenal to win by 2-1 against West Ham United, it was a game minimum. Jibu, Man United versus Sunderland. So what was Sunderland versus Manchester United?
So we mummy no. Season na ye ko no o ma ya de che Manchester and o mo bo no so o mo bo no e hu ni say na o ma nya de kra no draw win se Sunderland che Manchester
ciao Man United will win.
Okay,
the Man United will win. Okay. And one of these games I said this season so far Amorim won back-to-back for the first time at Old Trafford. And I don't see Sunderland being that team that at Old Trafford to beat United at Old Trafford. I see United beating Sunderland. It was a game.
But what Noah Sadiki?
Minimum.
Enzo Lefi.
Minimum.
Granit Xhaka.
Minimum. And we know any dia a Bru United players na so. They having a very fine season. As a team of Division 1 about there. Say I know on the pressure ya to get points no more at all for that. But Jibu, I think United will win that game no ends Jibu, Chelsea ball against Liverpool. Chelsea Liverpool. Jibu, one player Obia can was Florian Wirtz. Ne role ewo Liverpool team mu Jibo so what for am Vita I think say some of the criticism overboard do more no I mean my more graphic be Wirtz the average area he receives the ball at Liverpool I think say kind slot into use no a problem Jibo on your screen there's an average position that Wirtz have received the ball at Liverpool. And Tibo say or receive ball more deep at Liverpool deep. Or to compare Liverpool now. And based on senior Tiano, if you receive the ball, I was a deep area on him now. Uza is a player who wants to run with the ball, using the body no and say Unyano or sa area on him now. You always sometimes struggle because you want to receive the ball at an advanced area. Jibo, one game that I don't see Liverpool even losing. Liverpool game not changing now. They all admit say, "Our game not changing because of Trent or no one here." Because Salabona na almost transitions, no. Nipa no more quick transition. Trent with the accurate passing to finding Mo Salah.
Liverpool Chelsea.
I don't see them losing, and Chelsea so convinced them say they are good enough to beat Liverpool. No problem. Chelsea haven't convinced me that they are good enough to beat Liverpool, to punish Liverpool. And a game that lose more of a drawing game. For me, the best Chelsea will get at home against Liverpool a drawing game, but Liverpool will not lose this game and the Jibo.
But I say Al Hassan Said Kofi Zaki to say Albert. I mean, two way. Ti kakra bi na yɛ melo.
Number 1.
Makanim yenchi.
So me mu. San ke timi de ma moren na nka be me.
To kakra na me.
Oh tibo.
Oh na se one wa ko penya ni ya. Wa ko penya na ba na.
Wuju yimu to wo fa ba.
Yeah na ave but me timi akan lyrics.
Aka mu say
lyrics, your lyrics ni.
Kan ti o de kan ti.
On say
we so teacher wa ha.
O prempe do Sunday school mo ko ile yi na no dwane. O prempe hu so ko so da.
Ave da ko to nyu ma.
So boys yi ebu ko so ho yi.
so we na make.
O teacher wa ha. O to teacher dia e dia ball.
Ezi idea.
To ni enti o.
On say enyum na is about obi a wakwa ahuchirim pa o me ba.
Line ben na o de ye o de.
Oh, once baby o say so me mu me nkwaje botan no.
Ah, okay.
There's a new man. Obranu ma ye den. Ma me ko enko ze visa. Zanum.
Esu ma edrume. Miya
kwanchirefo. So mi mu me nkwaje abotan.
Eya so mi mu ye me nkwaje abotan.
Na wo kwa what?
Anum ze ba bita obetimi atofa.
Eja miya wa
na na se pa de.
Odun fo mi ya omoro so.
They say pa the odun fo. Ya omoro so.
Na so ba ina obi anim se.
What you say? Say nyame amba mu pa ne. Ama
Manchester for ne mo amayi. Ma kan wi enchi
to me mu ma no. Because nyame anso ni mu na enne so eje krawa.
Omo no Old Trafford.
Omo mbo ho. Omo mpe DJ na obonyu mo ho no mbo ho na. Amore ne mfa anyway. Dibo I big way menya betra a monitor match, and it's one particular game I've paid so much attention to. United ne Sunderland game no. And I want United to survive this game. Not for any reason, but Tibon said the downfall of United and how bad things are getting for United. This week there was this argument, and Omo say United to stay behind Amorin. Omo Kanye said United Pamu David Moyes not the 7th. United Pamu Louis Van Gaal not the 6th. Omo Pamu Jose not the 6th. Omo Pamu Eric Ten Hag. A dropoi ole kono the 9th. Ten Hag kono about I think 14th. And they say Ruben Amorim was 15th. So it looks like anytime be a mobile coach for thinking that the new manager is going to save them. No? New manager at the end of a cycle. No? That baby omo pamo ba no dano. Now we need your mark worse than that. There's obe start ye. But we know the acquisition from team. So what is the guarantee that getting rid of Ruben Amorim is going to start a new thing with a new manager? Said new coach, you know, Bane Babe Sasan Yomem, I'm a Nyoma. So Omontran and one of my hardy. And Jibo, that is one sad news. Sabrabono Babe drew baby, I would you to Sadiana what's on here. But what's the Sassy, the Mamentina was Sanenia, and your nest are saying no. United story up where I said, Obia Wari Jai. Now, feel on one Casajitum so born in a tening. Obano on any tening, papa. But of fun is that where Jai sa to them, I mean, fun is I so best as I a year. That is what is happening. And I feel the pain for Manchester United. The defense is not fixed. They have issues with their goalkeeping. Their midfield issues. Attacker almost spending almost 200 million with Sesko, Mbuemo, and Cunha. For now, if you are being honest with ourselves, see a canocra. Born a kitika Obama Liverpool, we mun yin me ansa yin obi anu a watimi ayebi.
Say no asome say hu ari other record bi. Amorim na ye Manchester United. Amorim no mu hwe ye o. No be hu an say kakran Sazakito. Na mo bo championship o. Mo ko kan so say pe na no so ya. Amorim no na no ya. Eno azot as mo kan.
Oh yeah. O say anya 4-2-2 anya 4-3.
Anya 4-3 na de hana ne say Ensentrofo ne kasa na ni players ni ti o. Because me man ko yi. Unim say Obed Manchester United coaches at 33 games. including Ferguson, ever Ferguson account. Omo bought 33 games in the points o munyaye. Louis van Gaal bought 33 games, no 65 points. Jose Mourinho bought 33, no 64 points. Eric Ten Hag bought 33 games, no 63 points. Alex Ferguson bought the first 33 games, no 61 points.
David
Moyes bought the first 33 games, no 57 points. Olegano Solskjaer bought the first 33 games, no 56. Amorim first 33 games, 34 points.
It comes back to the issues. It comes back to
What's this, a lawyer?
So it comes back to
33 games, 34 points.
Clearly, it is bad.
1 point more than games awabo.
Yes, clearly, but Edru baby said, "Oh, sasa, then like they believe that a change will lead to a change, and that is where Manchester United were. I want them to win this game. I want them to win. Do they have what it takes? And now I'm a Ted Lasso. This is why I say Ted Lasso series now. It get to a certain stage in life, you just have to believe that you can do it. United need to have that confidence that they are a big club. And found a almost fear factor barrier has been broken. They need to have that belief that they can do something, and then they can't disappoint their fans. I am with the mayor. I'm going for a straight win for United. We're based on instance. So there will be a revival and a redemption for Manchester United this weekend.
Okay.
At least there will be a reward for their effort.
Okay.
I just want to believe in them. Difficult game by our standard, but and then who is a boy is never to mercy form. Now Hessen and Bako. Jibo. Other matches in the end running through. Arsenal West Ham. Tricky game for Arsenal. Pa. But I feel it looks like Arsenal again a damn ranty team no a strong. Sana Brabonitia. Obit me Bob Rebby Drew baby, a dear first Uhuana and Yembeshin, Uhuan Yemushin beam. And so Arsenal this season and any idea. Eyo Ekutomo. Arsenal no longer plays with fear. They don't have this their little mentality. To watch Arsenal team now. It looks like now they have matured players. I want to stick my neck out for Arsenal so in a game no. Difficult game against West Ham. But Sanya Arsenal and Newman, even the Omoya in the last week against Newcastle. I see some hard Jennifer Arsenal team no. The Arsenal be winning in a game against West Ham. Joe Carres to score. My emphasis at the end is on piece and far mom. Liverpool ne a Chelsea game no. Also weekend na me catch or say adeɛ baako esi nyina gitum say Liverpool team na ɛsesa. Engyina faako ɛsesa. And the introduction of these players, ebi benya slow start by a long-term benefit. Tactically, this game will be decided by the first goal. Liverpool share first goal upon. Chelsea share first goal upon. On say this is what steady and confusion Liverpool no betting, confusion Liverpool no betting. Crystal Palace and Galatasaray are breaking that glass. Sa ehuna nanka wo she Liverpool pa on na ebo still through so betimi aba be she ono. That dey ni free. Now attend to pressure after these two games. So if you score a goal against Liverpool, now they come under pressure instead of what was a goal no. Still we yem unsunu be gu jam say enkofu omo betin sa dey na free too. A pattern has been developed. See a shame first. Now you come under pressure to equalize. That is what happened to Liverpool. And Chelsea, Jibo, no matter what, if Liverpool should score the first goal, they are not in a convincing state to have that inner reaction. Some barbeti. And what check here? The last 8 games for Chelsea against any of the big 6. So Chelsea conceded first goal, they don't win. Sana story in it here. In the game, no, is going to be based on the first goal. Jibo, in terms of finishes, I'll stick my neck out for Liverpool. Tebe game and I say
Chelsea best a draw. Jibo, don't be surprised. Yeah, they bobo boss because of certain reasons. Yanko a ye kakra Spain so kakra. Villarreal ne a ye Madrid
game of the weekend.
If there's a banana slip for Madrid, a big game way. Villarreal team no, you don't see their system. But a team wa, picky players are. At one point in time, they were believed to conquer the world or believed to have the potential to conquer the world. And a BBA boom and your master. And we're building into a team. It's similar to that of Real Betis. Or it's a Spanish teams, you know. Omunis Casa. So what some of the lower teams near say, Omushe play a BIB now about French league. No, I sorry, pa, no, I'm making a big money move to the Premier League. Now I'm far. You're any so Kwano Akofano, I'm on the time. Less pressure, no, I pick it. So now there's the story of Nicolas Pepe. Finally, Pepe Ababe is a player now. Be a name so from French league, you know. That is what Nicolas Pepe is. Madrid will concede in this game. But Chibo, what's I had here? The shoes of Cristiano Ronaldo Jatu or Real Madrid. Say Vinicius na share number 7 jersey no. But Kylian Mbappe na first shoe na. Now sir go merchant. Now in Cristiano Ronaldo Real Madrid in China, now they have that in Kylian Mbappe, an ambitious player whose target is beyond just winning, but something bigger. That is to conquer the world as the best player. Dubo, a 2-1 scoreline for Madrid in this particular conversation. Other matches, I'll stick my neck out for Inter in this game. There's a Bayern Munich Frankfurt, a goal festival over 2.5 Bayern Munich to win. Campaign aya DB. Now that for front ebe kan wasem. Also Musiala pra. And I realize a Hurricane a playmaking ability. Hurricane a typical 10/9 or a force 9. And also a proper center forward. Sami and Sani nyina ajibot me and intense. When Alexander Del Piero Moyeno no monsanya elite scorers. Obama the force 9, the half 10, half 9 ability. But didn't go 9 and no crazy goal scorer. To say Hurricane numbers no amount. And after realizing that, and I saw the Nicolas Jackson agent him. And Obo Hurricane for him to give you the playmaking ability. Now, at the back, say Nicolas Jackson saw him with Chelsea. He makes other players function well. Odina 9 no. But me born 9 in such a way say
because of the work rate.
Number 10 no suit me say go. So in this case, Nicolas Jackson will run, will fight. Hurricane will drop deep and spread. Then you arrive to the penalty box late and come and do the finishing. It looks like a match made in heaven. Into the core wings were defenders not tension on Nicolas Pepe. So where Pepe will also get a chance to score, no? Because Pepe naturally ain't selfish. Sorry, Jackson. Nicolas Jackson naturally ain't selfish. When he finds himself in a position he cannot score, he will give it back to Hurricane, who will now be arriving in the penalty box from the position as a number 10 to take over the position as a number 9 and do the finishing. Company, that's a tactical move. You probably expect because time are not all pet Jackson. No, it's ordinary thing. But it looks
chance to go.
It looks like he had a plan.
World class player outside the box.
Yes.
Average player inside
the box.
Nicolas Jackson.
And he said, or say young building qua or the net free Hurricane so kakra.
The composer never managed the ball not to net.
But I think at Bayern Munich, you will have more chances to build this confidence. Striking confidence can home.
Yeah.
And confidence never strike a bit na baby and no but that was also going to be a good festival.
I say, Sir Obed, yeda say, or say good morning, Jibo. It's important to highlight the crucial roles that Jordan and Kudus play in slowing down Ghana's counter-attack. Inaki the Black Stars make same kind of runs that Semenyo does at Bournemouth. Yet, he rarely receives the ball. Kufian Ponsa ne disa message we aba. Ubezwate. Asem no kanwate. Wakan wi o makan wi.
So say the supplies and Ember. And that comes back to coaching.
Justice Edifi Seshwi a chan krum and the diabo say good morning. You people are doing a great job. Yeah, that's say. Please, in Semenyo situation, let's be sincere to ourselves. Black Star players will not pass this ball to him. So there is no motivation for him to run. And no, there also a day Abanez or Moka Kudus one no.
Kudus or Western or Spurs.
Almost
provided 3 assists.
Make runs now.
No. It comes back to Naina coach in brief form. Ruben and coach the ma players no and Sani Parkness. Because Kudus were Spurs so creative chances. He's providing assist. But you have to show that being 1-0 game against Manchester City. Kudus anya Juma Bibiru anymore. But dia Kudus here near say City for Nige ball na say Doku and also Bia. Both the Kudus ababe can chiro na beka Pedro Poro.
All right.
Inti a Juma coach no. E dey money pano and a chire de obey. Inti no say ya boss no. We made mention of coaching. Say our coach should assign the rules and make sure say every player is tactically disciplined to help maintain the system on the bobo on Jibo.
Meda say obedi e ba na ye ne lawyer Safuduku edi enkomo ewo eye dwumadi nso edi kan te lawyer Canada ofia ayene no ebedi enkomo titru no eye ochina Asante Kotoko game omne Heart of Lions ebebo saa so ena game kese e da Kotoko anim CAF Confederation Cup game omne work ebebo ne baabi abefa bia no Kotoko supporter bi ahia wa osi yesrem mo nka nche ye mpanyifo bibia mo beye bia game no ese ba so baba ya sports stadium no eso mo ma game no eba so ena yenya lawyer wa ha na china so enura ye deadline die yebebusa lawyer baabi a entutue no akwa akudu ma mo de yi ne ban bacho ye beye matches ne ho adwuma ansa ne asore so
say match no e kumase
then trainer so afa no confirm eti ma mo busebisa matches for weekend no ye beye ho adwuma ansa na ya sorry dwumadi nso lawyer me yensa mo akwa ba bi se bibia bokode
response na me mo na
ya mo akwa ba se bibia bokode
me do ase wona ko be Manchester for how no ko mpe be samre sa for Champions K5 na ko bo
o me fa sa for Champions K5
o be so gwa mo sisi ya
ko bo na dia na ache
dia de na drum pipe
ya ma K5 so what you
ache o
we nyame na me kan we de wa lawyer Safuduku e be wie o be frɛ me se me meti radio so twetwe no
se me no no
say why am I Chama K5 say Oduku anya problems ye fa ko K5 for
is ya Chama K5 goes international
yes enti ye be Manchester for na so what na Chama we betu ya solve Manchester problem no
okay ba bomba yo
K5 betu ya solve
so no se fuja fika bo bomba
ba Jibo ye kan be a lawyer kan na ibati
se fuja mvezu so akro bo yi primary school team kan o tudu
Manchester issue no
ko Nigeria so or ko pempe mo
lawyer ma me for message we ni kan na fasha ase emma me o say good morning to you and your analyst. Okay, but I said to myself not to go to the stadium again after Police unfortunate loss, but after Kotoko eliminating Kwara and the task ahead, I'm pleading to all fans to come to the stadium tomorrow to cheer our boys up to victory and to mobilize money for a hard match against WAC. Akura kwaku ba for Edifri Breman and the Eba. Lawyer, I don't pay it you, they do be PMO ha.
Obani mechia munso meji muso
yesu
na jedi kai no yina ayenim jumadi sun kwanta kotokwani na nemesa su dua se kotokode Ghana fo yina yemfa say one of our national teams because at the inter-club level continental Africa say emu ya din say dia kotoko Emma hope bagana itino ma yem fan se ekotokomfu anko na nya na e pese Ghana football ye pa this club level ni esutu ni mayi kotokonsu twasa no a mo nim de etimi ye ise ba bia kona do ni mo ayedi nti Ghana football ni yem fa support
100.7
and see ebe cost the makoswe matches bibia see how some for pese you know back match no kwam bia see bonu kumase and no e dey ntutu yin na ko e dey adesede no ko say e pese e boy next match no kumase against Wydad Athletic Club of Morocco.
And no, I'm the coy.
The co. Na
as a meet deadline.
A meet deadline. I did about Copenhagen, a maka for consider. Was maybe a gem calf bokotoko, and as a commercial fans abasu. It will be a calf, a man already. And so almost share the enthusiasm. Look at people in ya. It is a boy, more consider. Ochina, and
Yemenipa.
Yemenipa. Ochina, my young Jesse, calf bemonita, a league match.
From Keru.
I say,
no more monitor.
Almost say, pitch in condition here by no.
Sanity.
It was me, no spectatorship. Said, don't be a normal back to qua, Besha Majo or Bayara. Maybe a Chamomo boy a basono. And pass it as Abana. Gonna say no more money.
Nina cough over here.
It is a supporters no more man say cover me among Kumasia management. Yay, baby. Oh, somebody of me come on, young Canocranoa. And they be a cousin, me fan of Crown to be a do.
Says supporters now matching her. Not a
calf who say, yeah, when you catch a calf say. Still, I know.
It's already the league and the moral aspect.
Exactly.
Say, young fan say, Ochina, it be a Babaya Sports Stadium. When they out of Lions, Nipa Bay 15 to 20,000. It was stadium. Now, calf for her game, no case. The Nipa to fine, Ebia, Yoma Bakum, you and Sebi Stadium, no Muntimi meet here, but yet mean deny. Say Nipa Domwe, say Momo, Omon show mu game, it will home.
In our report, no. Catch the calf say, among other things,
100.7.
You did a match called Accra. Don't show any pay by. It didn't know pictures count. Yes.
I must say a course more financially.
Fine. In fact, it was around 200,000. Ning now gross. About the mother Roma. Entika for enche say. Kotoko ni base pie kumasi. Na isan say. Mrantie no do no niji ball huntino. Na etimi kanya bom. E dia sum due ba kumasi mpatem huntino. Omo sanfa match no emre kumasi man. Na mo nhwemre bi atwam na kotoko yisi hwe ball amukra boy abaso. Inti yakan za no calf beka se etina yate se ochina calf no see a local league match. Apart from some the state of the stadium no. Omo san some pass ni padom na sabe biema. Because you say if you baba yara check akra. It's not your homecoming and as a Thanksgiving. Inti man for no beba. Yesu na see on pan for so calf for your links or anamewa.
Chef for my management member.
It is say yeah be an.
Let me be some inter-club competition for club licensing no. I'm the chairman here FA president. Manya engagement with him.
Oh, sir, last Wednesday because we ne for by. Me no me na meeting a assessment. As my man say by. The head of competitions. Julius. Also by we did 2 days wa. Any NSF for nyina e ka bomu a.
I know they call by some man for say for special was for the Ghana Premier League, not
Ghana Premier League say ya clear dada. Na Ghana Premier League we be ka say me mo na. Any say clear dada. Na sentence na e bobo no edu baba yara. Any atawo dada. Abas crowd to baka no. Ejenne no nti oba umpa for calf no ye report no come.
100.7.
Ade ti here ball kwara we qualify no. And a calf did ba say you confirm your next venue for the next round. Tell you so the next day so about the following day na
Abraham
yes momra. Any ye nyina yanko ba bia e no mo nyina. Enti wo china calf monitor local league no. It is supporter who tell me. Na mo say ye mo kumase sama ama. E bia na calf baka say ukra de ba ko mo de kan wo say local people na ni jibo ho a o mo da so hwe na nya no kure. Ti bia na yamfa hina ma ya
akofom.
Ni nyina kan. We me mfa ni agro e ni bi de sam na mekan. Abas me wa. Very good. Enti ya wie ni sa no na ye ka say ochira match no. Niema be enai enu meeting na say kotoko supporters no sa ba. Apart from say calf be hun say must for mu do football. Emrante na ma mu re fi mo haw. Mu nya ni je sonko tika ba ngofo botom ton niema ni je ba hotel so ko na ye ma obodu around na ngofo ton niema bibre ne ni patricia wo. Ebitimi gina mu akosi 2 am. Ene 3 am. Na obi re fi na yi na etibone crime rate kwa so na meboa. Enti etosu mienu Heart of Lions for 2 years near so my home da. Heart of Lions for
2 years.
Yes. Last year, I'm say you brand new born boss.
Yeah, make
2 years ago. You about draw. 3. It says you make strong case league in Belgium this year. Now Belgium league this year, you've got to deal with your bookie sites. Especially as all in the ball. Jamaica what is Jibo? Eti
Ochina.
Ochina. It says you discipline out of life on the pitch. Neman go for say Kotoko. This year locally, no, yani the strongest team in Africa.
100.
Let's make a case for ourselves. Unimba Koba Africa. Unimba Kokoba Africa. Africa no, a big boys no. You make what I say. The big boys from various countries in the Koshia. Obukwati me boy say minister Gamenko. Big boys in the African stage.
Okay.
Etino etoso miensa. Oh say the woman say ye can no. He say yes go.
Okay.
Jibo.
Let me run the game so mama for the messages ba. Menya kra nka maybe lines ne the amount. Na ochita for no ochina game no. Ochita for no ne watimi adi nkomo na omoso so ebia na ebi wo how bi ntienti momoma stadium.
But I'm for chance on mobile. Me say yes for the African campaign. The next trip to Morocco no. As at Nansan estimate na you be spend over $120,000.
Obe free akọ Morocco ne bi bia no. $120,000.
As at Nansan ne. Usunu mza flight da bia de chin bia hours bia no ekoso. It is a for Bashna no a scarce was up titimum. I'm here bia go Morocco.
Good morning, Mr. Edu and your panel. Okay, please ask lawyer Savuduku why they didn't lay out any activities for the first home game because it's been 4 months since Kotoko played at Babayara Sports Stadium. Prince Young, Edifi Jaben Ediaba.
Oh, activity there. You have to play as Papa. You have to money. It's say, Mufama Mayakwaba. Na, I'm for the Senator Trasso. When the Mufa first match, and so your first match now, your activities now come from Government and Mama. You say, Donna Moka Saban, and my Mumra, what's a test case? Mupam Yuna, your artist will be able to go for Ghana. But if you are going to dominate
100.7.
now, you say, I'm back. Kotoko is back because then Tim Nankasan jelly. Baby, I need Dima. Dibo Canino. Secretary Cobra Cumino, also Kotoko, almost last year to Kotoko. But I don't think you see you started after top 4 the assessing players here. If I can't say, near the rain maybe. If you want to be at me say, you know, Shakotoko say now 1 year how much so pa. Looking ball from more. Baby ball from more. Quite a nothing home or yeah, buy and almost more 3 goals. Away no. You do almost a ball no. Good to be Kotoko. Because hey, I'm not any determination of Cromono. I know she papa. It was some moment the new Kotoko. Some moment
the new Kotoko.
Yes, because you see this year a reviver. Kotoko a reviving him in a cast supporters in the front. Stadium by must say ding. Nah, na Kotoko ya masha forces na. Club between the DSC Ghana.
Ba me fa we ntudwa. Enua Basti ewo Croydon UK. Ose anope wakasa amanaka na kuma. Na ono se wo UK. Ontimi emma game ni bi. Ti ho na ese wo bo ne bra. Nti because of wakasa na wakasa no. Opese wo kasa ya no, ye che eye Kotoko achitafo 30 tickets.
Hey.
For eye popular stand no. Akuma ko aduasa.
You see Kotoko.
Ah, they che eye asante Kotoko achita. So won sem na wo kan. Kotoko ato.
You Kotoko so ifo. Oh, was I me na. Any serious? Was am phone ya bro. Ah. Wo che take it na menya bia so pe serious. Kotoko just ka wo mo dem. Wo Basi. Obi ya
records na de mai no. Mefra brand team. We challenge records na kaka. Omani Heart of Lions no. Na ye no edi nkomo. Also December tudwa. But mamefa we Michael Ajimandua.
Yemo Basi abaso.
Yeah, Basti su 30 tickets.
Senya me mo na adwuma wo ye bia okro ni bia enkoso.
Yeah.
Na ni mo me ko UK me ko fa ho.
Okay, you go credit. Offer landing street.
Me am in the moa. Eti cry basi baby a wo bia nya me nhira wo nyuma so nkoso. You can fight it mo we bia ntime tete o. Wo jara so we kotokoni. Asantima asusu mutawachi. The god is you your bumper you gusu ya kam nyina.
Oh crazy ho.
Crazy ho na.
Na baby obekwa asantima asusu mutawachi. Na wa wo dey na no practicing.
All right. Michael Ajmandia say me bacho sia over studio. Over studio say what na say no ata microphone so no akasa.
Say any dia.
It's not unfair. It's right. It's right. Hey, aba obi kasanya botre. No.
Now what here?
Jibo, please tell lawyer that commercializing the work game is very important. These games comes once, but I should be making money from broadcasting that game. It's very necessary. Someone kwara wa Accra Sports Stadium no.
Nanka for pe bia hwe.
Man for a game. The moment to be
ne some TV stations be kasa last minute na I didn't follow through.
Where dey
It me say they will come on board. TV stations beba.
Yes,
Oyerepa ya trauma.
Yebe.
Mun pese camera. That charge my money general manager. Mun pese camera manager.
Head of sports na dey be seen is not the call.
Mun pese camera manager.
Obaje say.
Reta so ekotoko. Papa. Mun ekotoko fo nko. Mun mo men tase. Na man fo nya bi hwe.
Ati Nyamiye Emmanuel say lawyer big guns in Africa don't worry about money and how to travel. Also the other about bia planning. Francis appears also of four the Prince Young the buy but enye too late me sure say ye koye nim no e ade a lawyer mo behwe na omatimi aye ho adwuma. Na who say George Oseria fe also the message for US e de aba. George Oseria for the oba no lawyer me sure so be to onso be to ticket.
George
Em say no pe waka manfo akoma pa o.
George me so beto. Koto ko jina yi a.
We say kamo set operation 20,000.
Na work na.
No game. Extra game.
Work to boss. Can person lawyer react to bibi e mami. Can person lawyer react to bibi mami. Bon. Me pa cho
Nyabote me ba no abaso me nyi messages in for na lawyer be react to asem no
me dase.
DJ Richman so say lawyer obesere mo say virtual seat no
challenge no
mo famra so mo ama no ne no omo so ebese omo contribute to game no lawyer ma me fa we ento so George Oseria fe so je ni no wo US ni me nwa George Oseria fe
George yeah
o say men kan cho so no so the 25 tickets
very good
George 30 ni so 55
mon George
na me nshira
George baby obi a na no samamfo nka ho twedi ampomo ho bai asikada kofi
enta wachi
santima susum na ya tawachi ya pompa ya mamo
say George de me madam for pa no
George obaye nso obaye
okay
musa fasika kramra
okay other messages were ha me ba cho imam mo frefre munya abotre okay enche bebie line no na ye ne lawyer Safuduku edi nkomo kakra monsem amona ebia wo problem die ntia wo ma stadium na lawyer timi achichi die ntia se oba stadium ya Osankide.
My good friend, yeah,
yes, Osankide. Or say I'm coming with my wife and all my 3 beautiful daughters. Although my wife is a husband, but she wants to enjoy good football. Yeah, Osankide edifi taifa and ode sa message we ediaba
person okay good football no. Okasa man wife na wife na casa.
Okasa mo nyina na he's
the head of the family. Hear me no.
Family.
I want to watch good football.
Yes, one of
the wife in the casa na one na casa. That's what the wife but the wife.
That's the even the casa che kotoko.
And the wife in the casa.
The wife in the casa che na no so za make.
Oh, see me no be compensate me ko good football.
No okay casa.
Same Brenda yen focus kakra na achitafo ne Safuduku ni nkomo. Ye wi e beba abas ho na abas so e de eye the owo enu game mkobo wo bechem abro ne eye bechem United kodi kosi ani a obi antimi ahye ne yonko no abas esoso wa ha ene no bedi hu nkomo afa ho Francis Apia say yes we need the virtual sea challenge back seriously pao or the seriously so aso so lawyer mo hwe na ene ya no mo fa virtual seat ni mra na omo mo ama no ne so entimi en contribute to still bra KB or say please ask lawyer the contract renewal of our players. Lawyer, mo contract, mo players who am bury no mo contract.
Yeah, gusu den.
Eh, one.
Oh, yem fa din to that.
Sir.
Ye namu obi ahia ne bia ne kasa.
Sir.
E ka won ya pani start ne gusu den.
Oh.
Omu nyina be sa bo.
Omu nyina be bo.
Obi ahia ne bia bo.
Okay.
Kotoko hia no nkwa de obobo.
Kotoko hia no obobo.
All right. Eti same ye ne akoline so 0322494401 0322494771 na wafre na waba oba lawyer Safuduku e wo fie ha awo no ebedi nkomo echina Asante Kotoko ene Heart of Lions lawyer so matro e de akoma ka for mo ye mo report mo di shemu say CAF entimi deny Kotoko so mo bo mo game e wo baba yara isan say omomubo mu game ewo eye baba yara nipa ba no se ka behwe nyame nimpa na so mo ne work no mo ma say nipa no enye opportunity hwe game ne dia na se CAF o ma anya de ti lawyer Safuduku si china
Na ni
ga hia eye chitafo o baba yara e ba cho udin ne ba bia akase free na onsem a wo ma lawyer Safuduku no de ato aso
Bojibu the fellow the data but the going to
e ba cho bro say
e fellow the data.
Okay, yet you.
More fascinating danger.
What fascinating danger, man? Okay, but you yet you.
The patrol would be one hour, and I can say, you need to see the session, Kabayanka, Kabu Sense of any of Kabu Sense of Elodie Channel. The time you may think of my other outset of communication and publications for now, other supporters in the bar, almost I look at them.
Yanni can't get them off abusance of phone. Take it, no.
And you also now what do number to that? If I was a number, publications of the number already.
I'm saying, you know, Chairman Solo, so much to say, what to take is no, I want to make him say. Chairman Solo so dey no so say we register for Abu census member obo number na ese mate ba we dey say supporter bia eti asate na ye ka say 55 tickets eti minim
okay mate
ya fa wodin kan wana
no so me din ho
kwa musu okay enti eti the number call a obefre a on sabe kan ticket ni betudwa why okay same yento hello
striker.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Kotoko kemi mkatefra.
Okay, yet you.
Mammo lawyer esquire mammo na baso. Ko bia Asante Kotoko china. Heart of Lions o my bugi side ama Asante Kotoko. Adia wa omuni supporters. The best supporters in radio. Coach up and inform get in our form 20 cities. With the amla. Maybe me 20 one here. Ubia mra tu for 20 Ghana to be tuma ba no be tia na wo do flag no aka ho Kotoko flag no be fere taxi service for no o mo sa sempa bo se Kotoko mo de Asante kra asore ti be fere supporters ni bia fan him na mama musa lawyer the best from players no mo maintain mo kakra maye the best from o maintain mo maye
kan obi no momra stadium se da be on benya sika no matimi dia maintain players no okay, all right. Yeah, that's it. Samayan Twaso, Udin ni baby akase free na do asema Twaso. Lawyer Safuduku ha. Hello? Okay, say wentimi nyina so. Lawyer, am for the questions neighbor more. Me sure say binya time kakra bi na.
Apart from Frederick Kasara, who can say on the own renew. Bibia ne kasa ya okoye no you maintain players ni na
hello
ye twaso
okay that's it hello di maybe akase free na what do asma atwaso uhia take it ni bia na
hello good morning
uhia take it ni bia na
baby me akra
akra okay
okay okay fami kwaku whole emotional intelligence from that question
okay emotional intelligence it you
yes very good. The only thing that will save our situation is the introduction of the virtual seat. I'm a family back because some of us, like me, I'm match ticket, not a matter. And I would say, one thing is, the one which is here will get no virtual seat the entertain is it's only virtual seat but not called me a short even if it's 1935 when him no account on my match no and so I dial star 365 star 1935 hash and I'm going to take it for the money to go to Kotoko. So they should bring back the virtual seat. That's if people don't come to the stadium. Even if the stadium is half full, half can also come from the virtual seat. And the people who are outside, those in the diaspora, can buy the ticket. But it should be normally it should be short code like 1985. What that 1985? I know what I know what you have to. Now I'm going to 02 baby. What you can say? Yes, if it's short code 1985, people will just
I think you're right. Lawyer Wahanti.
Yes.
The work can your loyalty obey you are not why okay. All right. Hello. Oh. The Samisi line back when you use into 0322494401 0322494401 and no any line okay. Assassin. Samisi use 0322494771 0322494771 lawyer inti same kan your mercy ni yen kakra na aba no
number no tuja for the virtual seat challenge no
inti virtual seat no
MTN number keke
o announce number ni sisi
yes
baby a wo bia no emfa ho ne baby a wo o fa sa number we a lawyer de betudwa na
send this one e bakoto accounts move straight
okay username name registration
Asante Kotoko Sporting Club 0549 76 58 42 0549 76 58 42 Asante Kotoko Sporting Club yen digital financial partners ni kasa kwa bafo se bi obetuma develop other system bia eno so ebeka we ho na jibo ye kan virtual seat challenge amamo abranti bi friend Francis Apia UK jeje match bia we also lawyer masende no atwa
say na de ba yes so se mo famra
se won de be say virtual seat challenge
no ku no
here no papa
it is say number no na me san call line
0549 76 58 42 Asante Kotoko Sporting Club hu ya no awoso Apia okojuma kro chekodoko Jesse UK o won be inadi UK fo yan Kotoko fo kwa
Same Brian na to line so okay udi baby akase finado wasma to aso hello
your friend ma ni ni ana
ma me dey okay
Kotoko fo no
na o
baby how man na engineer dem pa beta wo machi
okay
so mo nyire wo mo ya fa no man pay me pressure
okay
so ko dina park so wo mo nyire wo mo 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 nhye ni ansi anini
okay
me da mase
okay ati o si Kotoko
eze de mama ye shema papa
okay hello Mbacho odi ni baby akase free so be hia take isu anu am ehu why
me pata si as possible the friend yaw
oh ya be hia take for achina game no
me ready
okay odi ni ya ode
old mamaji
ya
edu dankwa okay but it your program no ya the number abe so how the bedu ticket betu ya why
maximum ya say maximum ya say kachina for it our coordination so na yini zan kapi channel nje kakra
edu ya de ba
obede traffic ya kwaje South Africa ni top 4 ni ayini na ba yaka supporters ni operation bila ni pesa na operation is kwa kwa team ni ska
okay
that's why we are hapa so
okay all right yes you da say yento aso udi baby akase free na do asema to aso ube hia take it na
hello good morning me den de bempa
udi de bempa
Pacho honey.
Okay, say free hen.
Me was of market, but me cause price up. Yeah,
it will here take it on.
Pacho honey.
Udini bempa dey.
That was it.
Bempa dey.
Isaac Bempa.
Isaac Bempa, okay, all right. Party,
no problem, Kakra, madam, football, na sem Kakra.
Okay.
Yes, Park and the Konyana, the pan, the Oko Park, the pan, the from Nabono, or more pressing. Money flew. But I also be sure that but they are supposed to keep a one or Jan from Lord Nabona is flew to one. I said, the so cool. So in your venue. Your more bone flew my your league no more bone flew. And then I had supporters in shy and the so crab my bone flew because I have to now what it you know. Bone flew the one I was to be the account. Nothing like the charges. A simple hand of our phone than you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's the Yamfa baby. You know, baby, I got free. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning, low TV set, no matter why. Okay. Oh, that's everything.
Benefit players. When you want one, the two that the Akumas, the back. Support the Akos. No more than that. I go to Kumasi. Take it in the movement. Yeah.
Would you say?
What was it?
Udini say?
Every so Poku.
Okay. See, Mamma Petitit, no, mon friend. Hey, Samozo on your day. Okay, no, the Fanamba never na, and all right. Eti lawyer, supporters Nakasa, Ubu also, and the Emfa last one. Udin, baby, I got a free now, the was Matuaso.
The patron did the music and not calling.
Even it you.
It's a record of your back park in the soap. Your first match at the ball home with your young ring. So, my battery is about
okay, it's a batch of the number never to just a program. No, now, what now, why tickets in what you made the amount. Also, did Ebenezer Day? Ebenezer Kokumeno. Oh, okay, all right. The best of a line is to be na Yababi ne a chief 1 year before a dinkumoni ticket. No, there were 55 tickets. I said the mass and took to go chita for Nechna. Omode eco support to a year Kumase Asante Kotoko. Lawyer, a man for some more macano. Momo, a word chichi, Amunti Magin, almost virtual city, and the other number not to ya. 0549 765842. 0549 765842. Obetimi
Edin Asante Kotoko.
Asante Sporting Club. Okay. And obiso say nkuru ahodo Asante Kotoko agye no. Aka mo famra stadium o. Obi kura be John no twa picture 20 30 40 ni nyina na yesika kakra de mo pen mo nsabeka.
O yedi ka kura anji o chana de barada.
Modi trophies ni nyina be chi.
For ni nyina this season we yedi nyina de ba.
De mo jeni season.
Approach de nyina de ba.
South Africa.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going South Africa. Remember to eat you.
On say this is the league in Kotoko is Ebeji. Na Ebeji out of France so far no omo maintain 100% record. Omo lose too much. Chelsea stop omo. Because nipa won in the Premier League is one stop no say na osabe se wu ma na say obedra. No say e pet no to china Kotoko ebe make a very strong case say Ebeji league no. To china House of Lions omo survival. I know my players. Obi o hwe Kotoko team na nkasa che. Na ma kia kan ji ho a wonya hu say the city. Mo hwe Kotoko team na say no. Yes, ejuma ye project no. Afi na equal 60%. Project ya technical team no ye afi na equal 60%. It you know. You possess how much you just boost the morale of the team ahead of the back match. Into league match the way him Ochina Wednesday so ye ni Go Stars and 7. Saturday so ye ni Nations any has match no. If you swap say no 9 week. 9 Nations and Saturday. It is how much you win na
mo bo China. Wednesday
Go Stars.
And also baba ya.
Baba ya. Ni na ka afbere.
Wednesday you money Go Stars.
Go Stars.
Na Saturday.
Any Nations e Abrankasi.
Okay.
Ne week.
Aye. It is best supporters ne say. Obia ka be ya Kotoko Ghana ha no mo. Preparation mo ye na ya na trip wo mo trip no. Say has you. Players na kasa e confirm to us. Enu ti Kotoko yan no the money no. But the good thing is that in your doors organ how be bia say you can who say no club be besia. I couldn't be able to be a faso. Timothy say why crowd is a channel who crowd no. Sabra no mo shise job no. But na say oba who crowd no. No to me a book a crack. But mommy san kan ho say kotoko no ye na ye kese organa. Me say you control over 80% of the Ghanaian population. Over 80%. Oh, now some man across the mountain. Me say obi anim. Say Ghana ye kase kotoko. Ni kotoko no na omu nyina anim. Me say enen na across the cloud be Africa. Omudu ya na host nation say Ashanti kotoko. Asan bia correct wo mu. Na nyisa no house for call me me catch you know. Am come me go share peace FM. Because say am say am come bo aka. Ya wo come obi antie. No obi tinko. Me say kotoko dominate Africa ntino. And then they cross all the team bia ko Africa can to bia. Obi I was Ashanti kotoko na. Oh no. Coach be na ba. But to buy na se me no kai.
Why?
Coach be na ba yo muzan say as was husband no oso nim as ene mo kana faso ni for coach kotoko do say. Zabo no. Also anti no make a fact say make a fact say kotoko din no dia kotoko ye na African din no obia nim say club we African ba kotoko ezo obi reading news paper was a graphic
obia nim no
me this suspect club obia no kura na make
lawyer yam call line so ni nkomo bi ye na historian Ike edin komo about the Ghana Premier League games eba so a weekend. I got here and kan mo akwaba anopai edeba Oyerepa FM no Oyerepa TV.
Just striker.
Okay. Na enyoma ekoso kama de say uwo brekuma na zo wo sunyane ana wa bakuma say.
Striker si see dia ma bedru brekum enne.
Okay. I can opai de ye ni Ghana Premier League won komo. Lawyer Safu Duku wa he de. Yen Shasi free Asante Kotoko ne Heart of Lions. Ede na abakwasem ka efa Kotoko ne Heart of Lions game no china e baba ya sports studio.
Try can you din ka mentia college wo studio na mentia lawyer Stone Kokwanso. Na menka se kuso hobo adwuma kama kete honko so ana ombo adwuma se ne ya ototo ne ma na. Over in terms of Heart of Lions EBP Ghana League no from the 2003 league season awu atimi atwa so esi akanya abesi ende no ohe one Asante Kotoko aba in terms of league matches obeka so mo first official league game and of course July 20th 2003 then no Monday 9 of the 2003 league season I course for Pando Stadium na Shannon so say Heart of Lions edi nkunim ekabako. So from somewhere no aba ABC ende no teams no me no etimesia league matches nko no 26 times. Asante Kotoko the home side edi nkunim 10 as a 27 goals. Heart of Lions the away side edi nkunim 9 as a 23 goals and a 7 of our games no etimi ended in the draw. So tells you the nature of the game Radia Doma expected. And now and over previous games, no correct so common games, has always been close score. It's answer Kotoko winning 10 and Heart of Lions are winning 9 and a 7. At me ended in the draw total of 26 league matches with Mabo. But strike over Nino who say the last 5 games in the Ghana Premier League, Asante Kotoko winless. The last 5 games,
last 5 games against Heart of Lions.
Yeah, in the Ghana Premier League, yeah, they are Asante Kotoko. Let me add in Kunim Ebi. For emphasis in na ambiguity be yam 5 games, to me and to over in the 2014-2015 league season and Sana Heart of Lions ever caught relegation, Monday 16, which me Asia Asante Kotoko. Emma omo etimisha Kotoko 3-1 and then wechi omo esanso banso back EBP Ghana Top Flight League in the 2023-2024 league season Asante Kotoko home and they goalless. Then Heart of Lions home with the Nkunim 1-0 over Kotoko. Then we PM last season, Heart of Lions, every PM Kotoko home grounds, ever said a Kabakoa went to me and can't get a second or Ben Junior. Then Kotoko Eco PM Heart of Lions home grounds on Monday 26th. My game meet me and they 1-1. So we make it last 5 games. I had in the Amakotoko set obedi in Kunim Ibia. The best is one draw me a losing and sunset 2 goals. I conceded 6 goals. But Okofa the last edition of the top 4 at the Kahon there. There's in all competitions, the last 6 games, I don't know competitive games, teams in the last 6 games, Kotoko Winnie, Heart of Lions, Etimabon Homodia, with the including 4 out of the last 6, Emakotoko, Etimi, and draw a 2, and so Elho. Then I said, over and so I don't know. I said, we know Akoye Kotoko, and they host 2 Heart of Lions, a back Heart of Lions. I visited Kotoko. I visited it 13 times. 13 times. We did including 4. One draw 4. I lose 5. I say 8 goals. And I want to see 15 goals. And so and the last time I Heart of Lions, it will be including our Santa Kotoko home ground. That was November 3rd, 2024, Monday 9 of the 2024-2025 league season. Our Obuasi Lenke Sports Stadium. Ojo Obin Junior, it me about home there on the 28th minute. It me a strike the only goal at the man team. About it me a fan kunim dieno.
Now, I coaches in me and
yeah, coaches Yebaho. Over a bar in terms of Heart of Lions. The last time I said, we will cost over Bayara. So the last time a Heart of Lions didn't kunim over Bayara Sports Stadium. That was 11 years ago. And they are not a Monday 22 or the 2013-2014 league season, March 26, 2014. And as I gave it me a course. And so 11 years ago, and almost it me record in the now I said I will be about coaches, and now you about coaches squad over currently, keepers are among it me a general post to Madama among various class. Kamara over 1 game to me about no team keep 2 clean sheets. Then Lawrence was saying, and so it keep 2 clean sheets out of the 3 games already now. It me Akoso. About in terms of goal scoring now, a total of 7 players from Asante Kotoko and Heart of Lions and so far more it appear on the scoring sheet. My 7 goals after Monday 3 Abet Amwa. And then Asante Kotoko, only player, a woman. Then over Ebenezer Aban, Paula Terji, na over Freeman, Ismail Ado, na Koju Kumine, Michael Estona, Munyano, our Heart of Lions, or more appear on the scoring sheet. About man of the match, a total of 4 players from Asante Kotoko, then Heart of Lions, and Ijinema, among so Emeki or Mukis, and so 4 players, Abet Amwa, Lawrence or say of a Heart of Lions, then 80 and so Eugene at the Heart of Lions and somewhere more Makwansa and Eugene at the Heart of Lions. Internet as a currently so league, it is a Honzo so the Kakra Etimi at the association.
Yeah, coach in the Nayanko other games.
Coach a friend of Bashir Hilford or data dear, Hooper. Now the data and say Opiemo Asante Kotoko home grounds. Na Onyade team. Ekopimo Kotoko home grounds. Enya Shark and Kotoko services in Untimini League.
Sisubium.
I can say, coach a friend of Basse Hilford. So, for team, no, the PMO Asante Kotoko home grounds. No, Yasha Asante Kotoko dash season, and Yadia Kotoko Timiji League.
Nurse, lawyer Savuduku said this is numbers on Moji League, So Wachina Bashure for the bar, not the Heart of Lions Shakotokwa. That is based on history, Kotokontimini League, no?
Yeah, that is it. Until say that's a sanity.
A brebe na Sadia Netmiasi.
On last season, for instance, so other team, your friend Heart of Lions, ABP, and as I said for 1998, but they are senior United, APMO Asante Kotoko home grounds, Utimi Abon home modeling. Etimi ese Kabakoa team Asante Kotoko Entimia. Now the surprises so they say the scoreline has always been the same. It be 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. and maybe a few years or Sunday Heart of Lions, yeah, sign ye. Other shots and took to Kabako, went to me auntie, or for medium at the medium, other shots and took to Kabako, went to me auntie. And I was also about home so about modern year and your 14 or the PM was and took to home grounds in your son Kabako, and also Dean Kunima and Nadia Kotoko, 18 edges. They say, Lawyer Safoduko say, it's your money success season, on Betty Magin League, and what's in Republic, you didn't come out for season, based on data, no, near a likely set to Betty Adja.
Okay, can't say, okay, can't say, no one in our boom, many or China, 5th October, year 2025, no. Squall Ben a history, dear my.
Most likely, so 1-0 now, Betty PM. Oh, Babayara, or a day out of Mortina, but a home win.
Home win.
Yeah.
And then a money home win.
Striker. Striker, not I can't in boom, dear, no, but take your friend in. That is the reason why. I'm out to say here for the Vienna, William Messiah, and once in 1998. Really, Siadia or Oyerepa and Opay. In 1998, took a Pimoko for Udia, on a Kotoko home game. Female United, Equose, Ekabako. Now, Abrade Morgan, in the only goal of that game. Then UPM 2006-2007 league season, Monday 6, El Konongo Waterloo. Kotoko Ebon home game, no El Homa, Heart of Lions, Ekose, Ekabako. You say go near friend Eric J. That is the non so Kotoko Entimi Annual League, you know. Then UPM 2010-2011 league season, Monday 1, Mediama FC. Etimi APM or Babayara Sports Stadium, Ekose Kotoko Kabako, went to me Anton. You say go near friend of Richard Impong, or no any yard, only go. That is the non so Kotoko Entimi Annual League now. They couldn't just any timid, that is the no. Then UPM last season, 2024-2025 league season, Monday 9, and also EcoPM, or Boissel Clay Sports Stadium, from a Heart of Lions through Kojo Obin Jr., Ese Ekabako. The one who trained now, Yamadi Ama will be anywhere, Kotoko, Etimi AJ League. That is mystery. A coach, but say here for when it comes to one
Zito do any good record be against a bash, and teams as Zito so far, and bash teams. Omushia. Me say Coach Karim Zito, her coach Edema Santo Kotoko, or no so home more match in the Mudie. On the Bashiri for so much.
No, woman, they say, what are you recent times? Due to no Accra Cano, Mountain can be as a intimation and Twasso. Until the last game, so the Heart of Lions, This the hour cannot here they are. Never say, you don't expect to say Heart of Lions beating us and Sana Twasso for the second time in a row.
Okay.
But I think
Yamfa games be baakumi no bi nka ho another big game Mediama Nations FC ewo TNA Stadium takwa
Mediama Sania Ogusua or Trena Bobre na Libre wom this particular season Mediama Ekatinsa Oboni Abro Mope League no etimi ageno Sania Liama betimi acquired oba in terms of the home grounds on there. For now, in some games, no more attacking BBR games, maybe or more etymology from a House of Folk and then Asante Kotoko gamer. Or more cameo, or more say House of Folk and Asante Kotoko. This is the league features, no ever told now you think, Unim sending a bull league now. What's a take home and away, no, that way you're free. But I don't now, no, to me, a better pointer over them, I don't have the advantage. They are more so many league in the book a team here. That is the reason why the young starting league, young the features and Batoa. Omumi, there was 60% chance of winning the league. The Akane or more, and more than one, able to be a source. The Mediama, everything could over a year, Prima, your friend, Nation Self, difference of a 2-goal margin, being it 2-0 or 3-1.
Okay. Summer test near Diana.
Summer test at Diana, another very difficult game, a bit to be Akoso. And all judging from Diana, any autoton and the said this particular season. On also heard him say, "Who sika somewhere to big room with the other team." They think that this is the right time as almost within the key case. Now, almost answered the almost trophy. And some artists also being the side that also I bidder to me Agile League, you know, every done who also always said, also submit to me and yet league, you know, to me Agile. Striker, I never call one say, Western teams to no area, and once a car for not Western region 3 consecutive times to me. Over the Amuva, Omo, and that's equal, and Omo Combesiando, Tombesi Crack room. Western, but I will visit a car from one particular region for 3 consecutive seasons and after 2 seasons. Car from the moving there, the destination should be the Ashanti region. That has been the data since 1956. Ghana League, you know, a Shafia, but in Republic, you better other indices, you didn't come up. Now, get my data, and not yet, like I said, it will be a course. So, from the game, I'm expecting the team a friend a summer text to be a record in Kunim over a side a friend a Diana FC no omotimi akon a cop of him. We be almost first swing between difference of a 1 goal margin 1-0 win or 2-1, but most likely, you know, 1-0 a score liar
in favor of summer test.
In favor of a summer test. Okay,
yenwie abase sesa wan kan na has match omni bechim ko bombo dra ompene da has ko bo 0-0 bechim no ede na ede ba ede na Scotland ba
has about the match date and then no third no House of Folk since 1999 or lose a league game on the match date neither
has lose a league game on the 3rd of October since 1970
or lose a league game until Nenya surprise Otimi Ekonya and the room to Mr. On concede go. Apart from so loose, on Samson concede go.
It is October 3rd in Quadia.
Has
and Shawa, on Shano, on also on concede.
Or the Janeba. And one that a mother more Mutimikoya, you know, I'm a name has a good Bobre. The last 11 games. The last 11 games in the Ghana Premier League, House of Folk in Lusubi. About Sintieri, they say the last 11 games in the Ghana Premier League, House of Folk in Lusubi. The modern bono air so nipa. Lusu League game the last 11 games. What's my home here? Hello?
I can meet you.
Africa.
The last match has a boy 6-1.
Who knows Zamana?
But I think the last time one has to be an
the last time has about Africa. I'm going to 6 goals.
Okay. Lawyer Africa has. Okay. Last 11 games in the Ghana Premier League has to Folk in Lusubi.
Last
and 11. From that 11 games, you know, we're born home one year, we're winning 6. And so, what to me, we're winning AS7, I draw AS4, and so half. And the air economy to the last 11 games, you know, and now they have to Folk. At me a Lusubi. After some Monday 22 last season, Oko PMO, a Doma, Emma Diana Sena Cabinet, if you want, has a Lusu League game in the Ghana Premier League.
Okay.
Has Eugene and the Nisoa, or the air economy, and so our hopper. The emphasis into maybe an Abbas better the match date, you know. Then you have a kind of home games, you know, Memphis and 9, Viana, obey me, and you didn't come or Kennedy. Even apart from that, over October, only between United, we lose to between United in the month of October, and I see on 2 occasions on the Nano, you know, Ekahon, and another previous encounter, what you mean between Eddie Pension, so has about Modena, Odin Kunimba, continue 2 games, has any between about in the month of October, it be anywhere, has a conceded goal. Then I just have to be sure, or the Bobre. Now, I mean, about any better and say, on October 3rd, 1999, has it me upon home or chair Santa Kotoko said a cabinua went to me antes. Na Imano Sekufo in the year go on 74th minute, then is my other, and soon go on the 85th minute. We know your Monday 30 of the 1999 league season. It has it me including all. And what over that game, no, na Kalelu, Dramani, and Usina Kandama Santa Kotoko was recorded in that particular game. Okay. And on 3rd of October 2004, Feyenoord entered transfer House of Folk Ecosena Kabako, no about the 6th of the 2004 league season. Then on 3rd of October 2010, BA Stars transfer House of Folk Ecosena Kabako, then no about the 5th of the 2010-2011 league season. And I know it here, no, on 3rd of October 2010, became United transfer na on a House of Folk about goalless. That's about the match date na meka ho ansem na has nyade o concede goal ono nso a onlusu.
Ike yebeda ase yebedi nkomo wa chi meda ase pa for your time. Okay. All right. Historian Ike ene no edi nkomo, former communication director at the Mabrikum Chelsea na yene no edi nkomo. Ya saba studio so aye to aso mo amohwe na mohwe TV no ze program na sesa kakra. Ntumbeti anya live on Facebook Oyerepa radio. And I feel radio now so betty and cow 100.7 100.7. But for one now so I be a de cello yourself to Kubrane na yenyan man so media home come then na de chen
born fan to so on reacting mamika
day
the born image into bond the to so
any can want some semester
of image into so
just an image
if I dey
Heart of Lions for message on the Kotoko 4 ntina nanka me pese ban
this year the more dey na na break we over na o ma history that wa
by exam say game dey more quiet mo trump card I Zito o he record so dey go idia Zito na mo dan no
labi
Zito na mo dan
ka ho match no Heart of Lions abo ya win more
and Bashu Hayford no
me say Bashu Hayford ya win more
ai ni
records ni na Kotoko na
Heart of Lions for say tell them we are coming na jatana bie nanum
e say be we anyumra na e complaints bebre no mo ka say ten so me say Kotoko support obi atem ya o tina match dem na House of Lions na e complaints bebre ye Kotoko e betra kumasi ya ba homecoming ye be lose ma ensida
okay lawyer you for gate finish you say na mo
dey 20 cities e call for the popular stand escaford ye mo polo no 30 cities e call for popular center line and a VIP wings no 70 ochina obia
2030 70
o ba no aboa ho
ade wo fom pa o
said the agent no for the past 5 years better say mo tutum the agent no zaman for start twa virtual seat challenge no okay I'm very encouraging this is Kotoko sha ni me ko ya odo no yeso ko na ye betuma ne kana no esu jibo tibo mi so ye ngusu ye ochina na mo he game Kotoko team na yesi yesi mo de mo ha de Heart of Lions ochina
lawyer ya da say ba for ma me sha say free way na ye be ba Abbas so ne na be di nkomo enra Abbas ko pi mo
na be chefo ne prepare pa o
na me fra Abbas anwumre
no mo ntimi anje
na me di nkomo nyina tum say Abbas ni age
mo keep players in na prepare
ni age ba for ma me ti o
a good resource at the House of Folk and na me expect say it does has been a win or a draw say we has season no send you take it off now send you na make one is been better than the previous 2 seasons now omabono so far I think last season or say last 2 seasons crowd there about 3 matches no more only 3 points per 9 points out of 9 this season out of 9 omo 7 and as you say omo dey ebia samba be ka ho ama abaye fence 8
over
8 over 12 yeah enti
yes how won me now
enti I say ofano has previous seasons in there then in fact has a develop year pa
so relegation e bi omo motom bi
una butre
e finfin o ba bi
e finfin o ba bi wasa okaso bia ma ha o
me na ka se e finfin ho
wasa Abbas be me na se Abbas
relegation e bi o be free o ba e be of the
boss ma me ka say this kind of performance a league winning performance so be bobo say so be no ma say ya say na opesa oji league de oye no so say of previous seasons ni nye na wani abre opesa oji league at least baby a ho den na wo kwa na nka e bia ye hye wo no na wakofo no wafa e bia point back de fi ho no ukotena fi na wa yere ho no wa hye wo de no na fe no wo build baby a wo kwa ho den no na wakogye ho de no ni nyina na de aka wo de ho so nti wo ye ni say ya eno no etimi ade wo gina yie enti with this performance if you say we has ni a e say wonya ahotoso wonya rehemu say it can be a good season me nim the day nim tina me ka say it can be a good season no so we has ni a sakra ye hu the last 4 matches e ka kire wo say has e betima ma wo bibi afiye mu so mbeji league na mbeji league da mitimi nche because it's a long way to go but the omaye ni sesie e de the house aye ni sesie e de o ma kire say
omunya
omuso say ye bodin say obi timi gi league na e say bom din ka ho bi say ye ka me fa no the bi omudi that previous seasons no but the omuye ni sesie e no and I think say table no kra no enso so e kire wo mpaso so ati ase enti ye more has abaso supporters no any history na ye nia Ike de mae no ye di hu nkomo kakra ne ade a Kotoko na Heart of Lions games bia e kg Heart of Lions so beka say omo baaye because of Kotoko
nzo mo qualification no
so omo ne Kotoko bebo a preparation ni bibia e different me dey so no say I have a strong relationship with Heart of Lions enti very strong relationship
still
there be any hobby
first no
any hobby first no I used to have because I used to have a strong relationship with Heart of Lions
special assistant to Victor Ahiapo
because me na me ne Ahiapo ekoba
minimpa
enti but
for this cockroom how
Heart of Lions
e do for your casino
preparation do carry lawyer na yes you
yeah we dey say
we say era so one say
on microphone off
na we watch English or prempe so because they used to have
what is that one I say
they say oni hobby
watch English or prempe because they used to have
they say oni hobby
omo prepare very well for Kotoko Heart of Lions the preparation for Kotoko is different from all other games no kwepara make catch no
and libro di komo
e different from all other games
eno na atena ho abesi
because that game no e different connotations who dey mean giri say what mase lawyer kwa what ase who the footballing aspect no to hold no more e other things e ka ho is the Heart of Lions Kotoko a the kind of joy e dey ba wo pando kronimu ene ne important ho no mo you know have no mo ne nkra keka ho no mo nyu no enye asem ketwa excitement pa na eba because e carry no ma bebre enti ema this game a big game by all standard because Kotoko akọ Nigeria omo kọ no na obi a oye ibi a oye realistic bi anim say na because of first leg ninti ba Kotoko command koye easy Kotoko koye adwuma no easy e de abafie returning from Abiyakuta then the porcupine is coming to meet the lion born for lion now will be the no to so
Yakob kuma ko
so the porcupine is coming and what my the history of the porcupine aboa na ye friend Kotoko no am say ni wa kana bakosem wa ha no mo a say ono nsu abo bia wo kwa ibrintu mo ho nsu abo bia kwa ibrintu mo ho no ono pani aboa o kan ho ase bokra adwane jata dwane obi ade no kotete enti ni nyina no will be transformed into this game and Heart of Lions for message ntina ma make Kotoko no ho asem no because Heart of Lions for ne say ka kire Kotoko for Kumasemani Asanteman say jata de free nwanimu watesi Asanteman waba waba no so no wo ma akwa wo a lion that is sniffing blood what pan moja boni trim no deba
Monday ba
enti so much way
Monday ba
a game that's fit for the gods winning boss winning the team match no a game that's fit for the gods Kotoko 40 way a lawyer betin how akasa we be nyina no omo hia so much way ashe to prepare for work
to win the league
and also tell their supporters so am ready for work
and tell the supporters and say say wiki mu some kotoko supporters are almost say match we as that match.
Yes.
Omo de that players na say omo kodi nkunimdie afi Nigeria de aba.
Total demolition.
And it comes with a whole lot of things. Any other day. This is a game you cannot afford to miss. And it's a way obi out of good football. Our person will enjoy the ambience at the stadium. Our person will enjoy good football. I think all roads leads to Abayara.
May I say, but for Captain Mamintio, league games no. As we need. Hasbro draw. Sorry, against Bichim United.
Obani, my cousin be about house.
Captain Baswado Blast ne Gold Stars Ebone, and then also 11 Wonders and Young Apostles. Asante Kodoko China any Heart of Lions. Bichim United any Baseke Holy Stars. Samates any Adriana FC. Mediama Sporting Club, Omni Nations FC, Dreams, any Vision, and a Hoho United, ne Karela. Matisse, say Dreams game ne Ochina, and I gave ne bas okay. To get to my hoy from a house game on mobile, and then
like I said,
Babesi Ochina Kotoko.
But as a house of folk team, no, I see that team say Obenya a lot of points away based on how they play. I want to say they play with confidence. House of folk team, no, me who House of folk ball like this for many years. A team, even in the midst of the opponent, could not play an edgy pass, and only comfortable on the ball. But then I've also said, our biggest problem is our up front now, because the midfield defense to the midfield, and the goalkeeper now the confidence now is all time high. The House of Folk goalkeeper's confidence is all time high. The two teams of control team no at the back. They do the duties perfectly. But then, before how they play, no, and my opponent, our neighbor, no, you hardly say unya the better part of the game. I say, possesses and has a HSC balls. But I don't know, in the second half, I think the chamber game very strongly. First half, as was better in the first half. By the second half, the chamber game big time. But then, ultimately, say inexperienced kakra. How? Because you got your point now. They wanted to work their way out to House of Folk 18. Now very difficult because coach did Dramani who said on to me, enya 3 points. That's agents over 3 points now. Or started a packing midfield no, right? And we Poku free at the Baba demu e buy. Now we play back because ande Kotoko former Kotoko player midfielder I cannot say me Roxy e buy just to tighten the midfield, making sure Omunya. Penetration no. So now I was expecting the James at that time no number try from a distance, but no, they wanted to work their way out and it did not work for them. So eventually House of Folk had their tactics right and Omunya that by 1 point no adequate because the Cham at any point in time in recent years so corner kunya a point at why are they. So I'm House of Folk one team the maka say man for home or one way performance home no na somewhere home home no they've not been convincing. The 2 games on my board home in I think 1-1-1 and you're convincing against this team to Lagos City Saturday. I'm about draw one. How for the how for
board draw against
and I'm share against 11 Wonders. A game so who say if we not 11 Wonders score many believe say referee no the woman because that penalty incident was you don't need a penalty. You see the point. So and that I think that was a good scoreline from Bichim. Mr. Poku, Asante Kotoko, Makase coach Dito develop attitude be. And that attitude not commendable. As a team be able to prove stubborn, that's a on your situation be an idea. The next encounter was Wasano. It doesn't matter team on enable. You see, now America, Chelsea has been a stubborn side 15 years to share no alcohol. Something that in game of boy it was against Chelsea. No yet Yakobo Gino lucky and Ayashe. It was an emphatic game out the emphatically was in the game. They played the game and they won against Chelsea. Kwara Beshe wa supporters ni bi like
Kwara
4-3 wa supporters bi Mr. Francis appear no me ne omunya encounter kakra won me feel say some of the statements are now omoye or also mama why the supporter here even though ya conclude but then okọ Kwara no akaka obi anu otum
Oh, a game and many believe in Africa heading. Onya Gold Stars ushered in the top 4. And you flip in champion of champions. No, I more home. So Zito prove say name some all can say won't mention it twice no. And also onya bad gamer. The next is what Mr. Sanyama. And that is what they measure from this. As against a stubborn Heart of Lion side. Bashir Ford as a coach, Senna IK Kano, with him how to play against big teams. And Heart of Lion team, no, almost the span of the team, no, that players no maintain for all this while, no. Ama team very strong. So a gamer you expect this to over science and magic in Ibium, over conjure magic in Ibium. It look like a win for Kotoko or better so a drawn game. But I expect
because one winning.
Who Kotoko say on the almost say was wrong. Kotoko no
confidence.
Confidence level no up because out of that quarter game no Koko you know. And coming to the game for the first time Baba no stakes no high for Sandy Kotoko. Okay. And I give Kotoko that slim win no.
Abbas Akwaba from Bechem. Oyam komoy.
Emi adum na ekopie Bechem. Say the media kedi to dware ye kone nsu yenim sesa records na na ekuta. Tini e maintain records
na. How many records in that?
I said Bechem you know more about 21 matches, 22 matches. You show me 11 times, so much is 6. And last year also be pim this year.
As almost a ben.
Ya bi 11-6 there.
And the team to say has na ni Bechem but no say
11-6 there man.
Ben.
5 difference there so.
5
difference.
Only Kotoko money has good been.
What for Kotoko show Mbose? Quite African football home. You know Mbose. You can Africa quite why African football. And then I go show by no ya betrefia ye nya natural me stadium man. Kwara, wo she kwara here dey. Ni ma na nyinta na kwashe kwara be dey. O papa Abraham sin ye kakra na sorry akọ fa ho. O ti ase ti wonya me enke asem. Nti House of Folk supporters and ye ka chom say enu a ye koyi. Ye kwa kwesimu aba. Ye koyi football na win lose draw. Ba o kwa away. Na konya draw e better. We team a wabo 3 matches ya wonya win no bebo home there. Na ni break was ro chen. Tie so koyi first half say na siasa ye kan ye bobo ne kama. But second half no na enkoyi sa. Ti yakache technical team ni say I have first one, I have second one, I have third time. You need drips in the same thing. Yes, I one that's in the same thing. Yes, I didn't know we're in the same thing. But who can your team be and who they in bro? When you a create a bad disaster. A bad disaster.
Tomorrow draw there by when you
second half no because second half no every match be an yetiba form. When you say you dominated the whole second half.
Obo first half
you dominated the whole second half. Dreams the answer dominated baby 30 minutes for second half. Any Yazani Wandex no dominated 10 minutes for second half. And I win before the whole second half. Not just say
second half no problem.
Yeah, problem man. Yeah, problem.
So my catch technical team.
Second half almost just had any my. We can hear yes when your team
second half so na am share.
I am share tamim bom to nka fom. Sem go for kwara share ko share kwara te share kwara te no mtis no mto nka fom. Ti second half the san yam ba football mu a enye. Ya ka kire omo so mto to niam yie na niam ntimi ko yie. Ba say the say aka no this year there. You hope say House of Folk. Ya me adu be to major league no.
You more improve second half na.
Yeah, improve second half be to major league no. Because Bora, you see this kuta ball first half no. Guess first team should be 3 and 4. Ti wona me catch technical team say this kuta ball ne there. Ti first half there, you should be 3 and second half nipa ni boss ya. Unim so go. Ba we go show 1 and now win share bi. Na second half you say both say dia. E na am hihie na eba. Nti omo hwe Kotoko de ja Kotoko sem no. Kotoko this year ya hye no.
Kasa me.
Ti na ye kan say House of Folk supporters and ye catch am say ye de ba bia ye ndam ne ba bia free ba no. Em say nyame aduma this year league ne ne that top. This year league no just me can via nyame aduma ye.
Obaji this year league no.
This year league no. House of Folk
unya bote ka say league mu ba bia.
Ya baji league ya mi hu. Ya ni league ya mi hu efia de bia me kan. Me maka league asem ofia.
Okay. It almost a this year
baji league. This year there.
se didi dom se niam ka krabika okra na mo first half nyani atitim
mo first ni
mo first ni atitim obia be ka sa Super League no anya me nko a because niam ka krabi na mahu so mo se saka krabi anu ano no eti house of folk eti mo a oje league ya oso obeje league ya ni hu ni sen se de minu no no ai kikan enena bibia bibi nka house of folk so obeje league ya nka first 5 matches e be home crowd timi dwane etie de e ka cho supporters ni so obi anya botre kami adwa ne ba be ye nya nyame adom so ye nuanom keto anu mo ba
wa mo
Lions balama mi nye
lawyer man
say what come on record ba ko bi
Lions oba
me record bi na ma
Lions oba
munya keto ne
Lions
okay so
Dr. Randy Abbey Dr. Randy Abbey ha anti oko voter original omo wadu en fe na gbele ti agbele la feme enom de ba
enom bobo draw no
agbele la feme enom de ba
extra support o
stadium 7:30 na o
anopa 7:30
4
na 3
ye ne de ko 7:30 o fa ho ben
ejina wi yo musa
7:30 ni o oh ya wana muko Nigeria muko nyankrofo Nigeria se munyi kwara film ene na bubo se na o yo fo za no hwonza
this is kotoko
wuja se o yo fo za no hwonza wuja se eko wasi leader ti aro chairman me kwa me ko bona Nigeria fo na fa
eze kotoko defeat ECOWAS
wa defeat ko tira bokina fo na yo mo fi ECOWAS mu no
this ya no
ECOWAS du ba bi o munya fe
kotoko o munya fa ibe twa fa so
eti die kan se nyame adum e china ye de awie die ye more time ye ni technical team bagaza ba china match no
nkasa na nyaduma
e china match nyame adum e fe na akpele la feme eno de ba eti e catch us supporters say nyame adum e cha scoreboard ye ni Lions for ye dia Dr. Randy Abbey was we here in Siembra
yes gano
ye fe support me manu
mato take it
nyame adum e ne ya
ye this guy has a show
okay that's it
what you say ye ko support to Lions
ye be ne ya ye bre Robert dabu ka say
ma pass why
e dey no dey mami
onu say ye bia
e dey no dey mami
as of folk first match ombeshia deputants ombo lusu akran bia no omo strike e league nim omo strike omo draw ano mo timi sha omo no
okay
omo strike e
strike
relegation
na
e bo league na we e strike na I was say and I also budget league
it is striking
obi 100% record
Robert ye na yenko
when no 100%
out of lines omo grant
mama to that say 35 mon friend number we Abbas macho Abbas
8/12
so uhia take it ni bia 050 so some you use you know 0550 333 613 0550 333 613 ofra vesa no be nhye na ticket no set me akabe say obed anya ne sorry
me was Charles Bulu na ebe kuma se
Charles Bulu
okay it's going to
be so koi dreams ni vision na use na ekodi Hansen
so ne set tema for na amfanyom so no so tema ho na no
how much the bisi omo yi sports tiger sending message see abatu ba ye so
tinez abaka so the same thing na send your area boys the on be yom hu bia the chiridi nyame ne ombo afo Jibo hard to folk the team is hard to beat so the credit momo defense win new titles House of Folk is yet to consider going the 4 games on Mabo, which is very very good. I think say and Abbas by many and Jedu kind of so start to both team Nabasu free ho. What did they make an say? The team keep 4 clean sheets in 4 matches under a new manager. This is a good start. Ghana League, so only Ghana League dynamics. Ghana League dynamics now. Last season, mobile matches, how many points? Team the American say. Oh, why you don't want second half? Granted, but the point is, the team now a good start, and there should be some form of encouragement for how our team now started. And then Kasari for blasters, but I don't think Kasari to us.
Basa we save people.
Oh, so budget. esi ebojenu ma still na eso obojenu
Osisi ha yesha has 10.
Jano.
Well, yeah, quick
So Didi is doing the work. And Didi Ghazali and Najao, I believe say on betime.
The 5 Shalom Masters.
Me Didi so on betime aye juma. Kotokone Lions.
By Didi say team Dana Kuma so na wenya oku china.
Na me ne bo afa.
Who na kotoko form I work is.
Osina Kuma so team ye has.
Because aso kotoko no dimisa ma bi mi diara.
Kotoko game no chene nye better mo.
That's how we graduate to say game na nye better.
E matches
ni bia. Enu chitafo no.
E matches ni bia kotoko wie a. O de be kire say obetimi agi league na want to the league. O chena match no be. If Kotoko is winning tomorrow, the signals will be clear. Say this team can win the league. A decider. Oh, in some lawyer can I da Kotoko him within 7 days. Obo Lions abo Gold Stars abo Nations. Some matches me and some way a difficult matches for Kotoko. Last say Nations share Kotoko home. Any away na be share Kotoko Boas no share Kotoko Abrankes. Lions share Kotoko home. And on a Kotoko board draw. So if you are playing against them, and don't forget, baby, any Gold Stars, the defending champions. The matches me and some way no.
Why they winning?
I'm going for a slim win for Kotoko.
Slim win for Santo Kotoko. Yeah, the Musia. Lawyer Sabuduku, Babo say you.
Head of production. Chief executive producer.
Was it time now so?
Ninia.
Yes, was it birthday.
Officer but my Vicentia Abina Ajaho.
Okay.
Vicentia Abina Ajaho. And Vicentia birthday. Sly say if you give a hono and ye de buy and Samidian so any Samidian Nimpato Fabre. Ufamaya. Also your friend Daniel Gassino.
Germany.
Daniel Gassino also Germany.
Where Saminu opinion?
Nini opinion. And Samidi na chipe.
Where Samidi na chipe.
Where Boga.
Oh Germany.
Tina unia unse bibia ni ana bibia kama. Ntino.
I mean the Adam Morocco for we bridge na you know. Eko Spain no. First person.
You dey we na ya rehosem. Okọ boase a. Enu akọ Jonah. Sam Jonah nua kuma akọ Jonah. Ese na no mo ye na yiwu. Oh, so okay no.
Yeah, pa.
Go first time. Eduma pa. Ene otofa no mo ye na yi. Oh, say na ya ko boase. Kokujona na na yesi.
Na lawyer Urefi. Victor Victor Mani. Victor.
Musan na kotafo Roma.
Tafo Roma.
So bas.
Abe a France admin or former player. But the players are omoje 82 83 by 84 no mo jeje caps makotoko no ye no ntam match wo din pa no France admin
84 sia kon de
dora ye ne
ba ye kon ntimi gase en chia hot lotus
yes
hot de obi as hot
boss ye wie nana akuakunadu Newcastle wutumi ono so na ye ni birthday
ba for what the danger man ye de musia nyame adoma ye be se hia efri juada eko ye da munyina ase se munya abre ne adaje etie ye efri program na hyase e be sisa abre ye de aba na wie ye kosoa na tie Oyerepa 100.7 na Oyerepa TV e chacha munyina